Morning to all the students, parents, faculty members and staff and our luminant dignitaries present here. We have convened here to welcome our new students to Manipal Institute of Technology, Bangalore, a part of Manipal Academy of Higher Education. It gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm welcome to you all on behalf of Mahe family to this special event, RM BTech Orientation Program 2024. We are truly honored for your presence here. We are delighted to see such a glorified crowd gathering this morning. A special welcome to those of you who are on the campus for the first time with a heart filled with zeal and minds with curiosity and who are drawn to mantle the first torch bearers of MIT Bangalore. We hope that you'll find that you have entered such a vibrant community and a loving community. Today, on this glorified morning, I, Dr. Jayalakshmi Honey, Assistant Professor of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, will be a host of the day, and Dr. Kavya, Assistant Professor of EC, will be a co-host of the day. We are elated to be here, welcoming a new batch of our students for the first year of engineering of MIT Bangalore, belonging to the departments of CSC Core, AI, ECE, ECM, and VLSI. Firstly, we congratulate students for impending admissions into MIT through your sheer grit and hard work by acing the entrance among many appealed students. Dear students, as you have taken your efficacious ingression to embark this academic career, it is our bound duty to provide you with a valuable insight and guidance to help you to take initial steps towards a successful journey of MIT Bangalore. MIT is the largest constituent institute of Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Bengaluru. Mahe Bangalore is an off-campus center that thrives in providing holistic education to the students with excellent infrastructure, well-qualified and experienced faculties, fostering communities where all individuals are respected, valued, and encouraged. Mahe has grown it into one of India's most prestigious universities, renowned for its academic excellence and innovative research. We are committed in delivering a top-notch education to all our students. This is an institute that shapes every aspiring ideas where the hopes are ignited and the futures are sculptured. Mahe has recently joined the group of elite institutes in the country by attaining the status of Institute of Eminence granted by MHRD Government of India. Also, we proudly announce that we are in the 4th position in the National Institute Ranking Framework, that is NIRF, among all the universities in the country. The intent of this program, thank you. The intent of this program is to acquaint you with the academic procedures followed at MIT Bengaluru, as well as the norms and regulations followed at Mahe. It also serves to familiarize you with the extracurricular, co-curricular, and hostel amenities provided to you at MIT Bengaluru. Before we start with, we should never forget the roots we hailed from. In remembrance of the great visionary, let's embrace this new beginning with the legacy of Mahe, which is the result of single-minded dedication of our founder, Padma Shri Dr. late T.M.A. Pai. Dr. Pai was an Indian physician, educationist, banker, and philanthropist, a visionary for the transformation of Indian education system to the excellence. It was his vision to see a barren hilltop of Manipal metamorphosed into one of the premier centers in learning. The institute he founded will live forever to narrate the story for the generations to come. The lights lit by Dr. Pai will glow brighter. We salute his visions for building the university town of Manipal. His unwavering commitment to excellence and accessibility in education continues to impact countless lives. Leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of higher education, hereby we present you the journey of Mahe, led by our founder, Dr. T.M.A. Pai, to mark his remembrance.
All of 23, newly married, a fresh medical graduate, and looking forward to a new life. Young Madhava Pai had just sold some of his wife's jewelry to buy surgical instruments from Germany. He was all geared up to leave India and practice surgery in Hong Kong. He had debts to repay his uncles, who financed his medical education, and a large family, including his aged mother, to support. But that was not to be. Destiny had other plans for young Madhava. When he approached his mother for her blessings, she reminded him of his duty to his motherland and his fellow people. You must search things where they have fallen. You must earn in your own land. With these words as his war cry, Tonsei Madhava Anant Pai set out to achieve what many will call impossible. The seed of Manipal was thus sown.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Walking together we've come this far. It all began in the gleam of a great man's eye, in the light of his innermost soul. He believed that this was his ultimate goal. It's my bright light. It's my bright light. Oh, the sky is not the limit, 'cause there are footprints on the moon, footprints on the moon. It's my bright light.
His infectious zeal propelled him to serve his own people, and he set a goal of transforming, empowering, and nurturing lives through education, healthcare, and banking, the most basic aspects of social upliftment. High schools in every village, small-scale industries like dyeing and weaving, sawmills that provided employment, institutes of higher education, rural banking. There was no area that he left untouched. Along with his brother, he started Syndicate Bank with the motto, "No man is too small for our bank."
Syndicate Bank has got a new philosophy. It is a small man that ultimately contributes to the greatness of an institution. There must be an institution to collect a small savings of the people who are in millions in our country.
He even started a Hindu orphanage during the days of our freedom struggle, as many children were being orphaned due to the dismal life expectancy of just 27 years. He brought sheer joy to the lives of the underprivileged. His relentless efforts transformed the barren land of Manipala to the exciting Manipal University Township. Dr. T.N.A. Pai was passionately driven. He even said all that he was doing was not work, but fulfilling the vision of the Almighty to serve the needy. His sense of social responsibility was complete. He had a belief that the common man had a lot of common sense, and if channeled into productive work, he can be made beneficial to man and society. His idea of vocational training leading to employment was a far-fetched idea. But Dr. Pai was thinking out of the box, ahead of his times. Just like the idea of starting India's first private, self-financing medical college at a time when the country badly needed professionally qualified doctors. Kasturba Medical College, established in 1953, provided equal opportunities for all to study medicine. The Manipal Institute of Technology took birth in 1957, followed by a string of other institutions.
I have been traveling with him in the establishment of so many high schools and colleges. And it was a great experience for me. He was on practicality. He didn't want everything to be done by the government. And he used to go forward, taking along with him his followers and friends.
Featured in Ripley's Believe It or Not, for establishing the maximum number of institutions in one lifetime, TMA Pai was a man of values, uncompromising in his integrity and honesty of word, deed, and purpose. One of the biggest reasons for his success was his availability to all. His simplicity, friendliness, and sympathy for those in distress. He has set the path of social responsibility on which we are continuing our journey.
To me, it's the most beautiful thing he had done. He never thought that there was a failure. The word failure did not occur in his dictionary. Here is a man that God had perfected. And I always keep saying, the moment he told his mother, Zaidko Ama, which means okay mother, Manipal,
Today, as we carry forward the mantle of his vision and values, we remind ourselves that life itself was his continued inspiration.
Inspired by legend, driven by his vision that the sky is no limit, 'cause there are footprints on the moon. Learning from life and giving back to it. He served millions and touched the lives of many more. We transform, empower, nurture, and care. As we spread our wings wider, and we grow even bigger, inspired by his legend, driven by his vision, we can proudly say we were the soldiers on forever, shine ever brighter, soar even higher in our journey of excellence. Inspired by life, inspired by life. Oh, the sky is not the limit, 'cause there are footprints on the footprints on the moon. We are inspired by life, 'cause there are footprints on the moon.
The legend lives on. Dear students, this day marks the beginning of your new journey and the first step towards crafting your sculpture. It's time to dedicate your efforts towards achieving your goals and paving off the way successful a life ahead. Today is the day brimming with excitement, anticipation, and elation. It's a day where we celebrate the entrance of these young teeming minds entering into our institute. Dear all, for this inaugural ceremony of the orientation program, we are honored to have with us today as our chief guest, Dr. Vinod S. Chippalkatti, President, Strategic Electronic Business Unit, Centrum Electronics Limited, Bangalore. We welcome you, sir. And our guest of honor, Dr. Madhu Veeraraghavan, Pro Vice Chancellor of Mahe Bangalore campus. We welcome you, sir. Dr. Ivan Jose, Director of MIT Bangalore. We welcome you, sir. Dr. Prema KV, Associate Director and Head of CSE. We welcome you, ma'am. Dr. Ujjwal Verma, Head of EC, we welcome you, sir. And Ms. Sarita Vijayanagar, Student Chief Officer of MAHE, we welcome you, ma'am. We are pleased to welcome all MAHE officials, HOIs from various institutes of MAHE Bengaluru, all the department heads and assistant director and faculty members of MIT for embracing this occasion. Without much ado, to uphold our esteemed tradition and to enhance the intellectual opportunities before us, I now kindly request our beloved director, Dr. Ivan Jose, to escort our distinguished guests to the dais. I request Dr. Vinodesh Chipulkatti, our esteemed Dr. Madhu Veera Raghavan to please adorn the dais. Also, Dr. Prema KV, Dr. Ujjwal Verma, and Ms. Sarita Vijayanagar to please adorn the dais. I request all the audience to please follow their steps with a huge round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. We are very privileged to have you among us today. As we go about days, it's a journey of transition from your school to university life. Let's remember to practice kindness, uphold our pledges, and strive for excellence in all that we do. University life will give you much more than just a degree. Get ready to embrace all the learning adventures and nurture your curiosity, and always strive to do your best which is given to you. This day is very incredibly special and much anticipated day in every student's life to celebrate the new beginning. Without much ado, now to start with, it is a symbol of our undying Indian tradition to invoke the blessings of Almighty at the beginning of every event. So I would like to call Ms. Sri Lakshmi and Gaurish, third year students of MIT, to pray for the new beginning. I request all the audience to please be seated during invocation.
गणदेवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीक्षाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय बालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि चतुराय गानप्राणाय गानतरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदेवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुणवे गुरुगुणवे गुरुदैत्यखलक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्मसदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्रपवित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्डखण्डकाय गणनायकाय गणदेवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि
Very much, Sri Lakshmi and Gaurish, for this melodious rendition. On this auspicious occasion, lighting the lamp is an important moment that signifies the dispelling of darkness and igniting our quest for knowledge, upliftment, and resolve to rise above all challenges. Let us now entreat to illuminate this program by lighting the lamp and praying in God to bestow the new journey with knowledge and enlightenment. Also, it's our bound duty to pay tribute to the great visionary and pioneer of Mahe, our founder, the most cherished, Padma Shri, late Dr. T.M.A. Pai. I request our director, Dr. Ivan Jose, to escort all the dignitaries to initiate this program and mark the beginning of new journey by lighting the lamp. We also request two newly admitted student volunteers of 2024 to join us in this occasion.
शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Thank you very much. With the blessings of the resplendent flames of wisdom, let's move forward with renewed zeal, optimism, and the quest for knowledge and accomplishment. I now call upon Dr. Utpal Deka, Head of Science and Humanity, to introduce our beloved Director of MIT Bengaluru, Dr. Ivan Jose, whose inspiration and vision is guiding us to climb heights in the field of education.
Hello everyone, Namaskar, good morning, and Subhadaya to all, one and all present out here. So on this August day, for this auspicious beginning, I would like to once again extend my heartiest welcome to all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and the enthusiastic minds and the parents to this beautiful day. To mark this illustrious journey for the new entrants, I am glad to stand before you and take the privilege to introduce our beloved director, Professor Dr. Ivan Jose. Professor Dr. Ivan Jose, whose inspiration and vision is guiding us to climb new heights in the field of education. Dr. Ivan Jose, Director, MIT Bengaluru, holds his master's degree in biomedical engineering from MIT Manipal. And he did his PhD from IIT Mumbai, specializing in biosciences and bioengineering. Additionally, he obtained a higher education leadership certification for the Global Leadership Institute at Boston College, USA. He was conferred the United Board Fellow and Deputed for Global Leadership Training at USA, and thereafter he was placed at the Melbourne School of Engineering at Melbourne University, Australia. During his tenure, he traveled across several universities in abroad and India, out of which memorable are in Europe, Canada, Belarus, and China. He established multiple centers of excellences and secured significant endowment and CSR funds, while also introducing innovative pedagogical strategies involving digital twins and AR and AV technologies. His efforts have been recognized at multiple awards globally. We are delighted to have our director, Dr. Ivan Jose, with us today, and I firmly believe his words will both inspire and enlighten us. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Dr. Ujjwal. A very good morning to MITians. The members on the dais, my senior colleagues around here, the members of the dais, students of the newly inducted batch of 2024 batch, my dear parents, guardians, well-wishers who are present here. It's with immense pleasure and pride that I welcome you all to MAHE MIT Bengaluru campus. Today marks the beginning for an exciting and transformative journey, not just for you, but also for us. Here at MIT, as a director of this esteemed institution, it's an honor to stand before you, before this young mind who have chosen to embark upon the academic career at one of the most prestigious engineering institutions in the country. You're now a part of legacy that has produced innovators, leaders, and visionaries who have made remarkable contribution to the world. The batch of 2024, we call you as once you graduate 2028, represents the future technology and engineering. And it is our responsibility to ensure that you receive the knowledge, skills, and experience that will enable you to shape the future. Let me take this opportunity to welcome our guests, the chief guest, the guest of honor on the dais here. We have with us Dr. Vinod Chipalkati. He is from Centum Electronics, and it is my pleasure to welcome you, sir, on the dais. We have with us our own Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Madhu Veeraraghavan. So welcome to you. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Prema, the Associate Director. Dr. Sarita, the Student's Chief Officer. And Dr. Ujwal, the Head of the Department of Electronics and Communications Engineering. I also take this privilege to welcome our Deputy Director, Dr. Raghavan, all the heads of the departments, senior colleagues present here from the department, outside the department, my dear students, and the parents present here. The journey has just begun, and the journey ahead will be challenging, but it will also be deeply rewarding for you. You will be encouraged to question the status quo, think critically, and push the boundaries of what is possible. At MIT, we believe in fostering a culture of innovation and collaboration. You will have the opportunity to learn from world-class faculty, engage in cutting-edge research, and collaborate with your peers in projects that have potential to change the world. And I'm sure a good number of you present here would have been an age of 17 or 18. You're adolescent now. And 4 years down the lane, you're going to be an adult. And this is a transformative age for you. I consider this as a black box that you're entering in with this amount of experience of your school and other places that you're coming in from. And this box is something in store for you, no matter which institution. And I'm glad that you have chosen MIT. After 4 years, when you move out from here, the big time question to you would be, what was this transformation that happened to you as an adult, as a responsible adult? Your parents, your well-wishers, your teachers, they're all journeying with you, but after this 4 years, they'll see you as a transformed person from here. Now, while you journey in this, it's important for me to bring about this entire process of academic entrepreneurship. This is where I wish every individual student should aspire in this 4 years. Now, what does this mean? While you're growing through your mental, your body, your intellect, etc., I also want you to take up the adaptability quotient, and which is very vital in this globe today. While you move out from here, you'll have ample of opportunities to get into an industry, to get into different fields of your interest. But what would be your major contribution to the society? That's something what I would want to see in every individual been aspiring from here. And to do that, adaptability quotient is something which you will have to nurture right from day one. And why do I say this with conviction? Because as an entrepreneur, and I'm sure a good number of you are looking forward to aspire in this journey, there will be lots of ups and downs. The very fact that you might not want to gel with your own roommate, you might see problems associated with issues here and there, things are not in place. But instead of cribbing, would you have a solution for that? Would you have come forward and say that, yes, this is something what I'm looking forward to be gelling with my own partner, with my own peer in the campus, and take and move on from there. Now, that's the aspiration that I have when I say you are going to be journeying with us through this academic entrepreneurship. While, as you step into this new chapter of your life, I urge you to embrace the diverse opportunity that MIT would offer you. Get involved in your extracurricular activity, join clubs, participate in competitions, and most importantly, make connections that will last a lifetime. These experiences will not only enrich your academic journey, but also help you grow as an individual. Yes, MIT is diverse, and it's going to bring in the legacy of last 60 years. The other day, I was traveling, and I happened to meet one of the MITians in the airport, and he was coming on the flying officer's cadre. And I asked him, what are you doing here? And he told me that I'm going to fly one of these carriers. Surprisingly, and I asked him, what make you come here? And you know what he told me? This was an extra internship that I did in MIT while I was a student there. I was sure that there is nothing like a flying officer's course that has been dealt in MIT, but this gentleman said that while I was a student, I also took up about 200 hours of simulated flying, which happened in the Department of Aerospace. Now, no matter what department you belong to, no matter what specializations you are in, MIT is going to offer you a plethora of opportunity. But no one will come after you. It's important that you realize what is that in ahead of time for you and what is that you want to aspire from here on. And that's something what I wish to say, that the choice is yours while you dwell into this big ocean of what you really want to be upon completing 4 years. I also want to remind you that this journey is not just with you alone. The faculties, the staff, and your fellow students are all here to support you at every step of the way that you take. Don't hesitate to seek help, ask questions, or share your idea. We are community, and your success is our success. In closing, I want to express my confidence in each one of you. You have already proven your capabilities by securing a place at MIT. And I have no doubt that you will continue to excel and make us proud. The future is yours to create, and as we are here to help you build it. Welcome, MIT Mahe Bengaluru. Welcome to your future here at MIT. Wishing you all the very best. Before I formally conclude, let's make this small gesture of all the students, the first years, to kindly rise wherever you are seated and give a big round of applause. This applause is for your parents to mark a tribute for what they have been for you in your journey. And the rest assurance that you're going to give them, yes, I'm going to board on to this and have the fulfillment of your dreams going in from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your honest welcome address. We are delighted to have you amongst us today. I request Dr. Deepa Prabhu to welcome our beloved director, Dr. Ivan Jose. Thank you, ma'am. Mahe Bengaluru is represented by distinguished stalwarts, and we are privileged to have with us one such eminent personality as our guest of honor. It is my pleasure to invite Dr. Ramaswamy, Assistant Director, Academics, MIT, to introduce our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Madhuvira Raghavan, Pro VC Mahe Bengaluru, to the gathering.
Good morning, everyone. So I am privileged to introduce our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Madhuvira Raghavan. Professor Madhuvira Raghavan is a Pro Vice Chancellor of Management, Law, Humanities and Social Sciences, Mahe Manipal and Mahe Bengaluru campus from April 1st, 2023. He also holds the position of TMA Pi Chair Professor of Finance at TMA Pi Management Institute and TMA Pi Endowment Chair in Management Research. He held the position of Director of TAPME from 2017 to 2023. Professor Madhuvira Raghavan holds an MBA in Finance and Investments and a PhD in Finance. With over 20 years of experience in world-class business schools, he believes that business schools should work for outcomes that support the mission of the school. Professor Veera Raghavan's research interests are in the areas of corporate finance, behavioral finance, and the interplay between auditing and finance. He is a referee for several leading accounting and finance journals. Professor Veera Raghavan has published over 50 papers in international journals and has presented his work in top conferences in finance and accounting. His work has appeared in elite journals such as Accounting Review, Journal of Financial Economics, Contemporary Accounting Research, Journal of Financial and Quantitative Analysis, Journal of Corporate Finance, and so on. So, Professor Veera Raghavan has won many awards for his work in both national and international conferences. Recently, he has been ranked 180th in the world in the Brigham University 2022 Accounting Research Rankings for his contributions to accounting research. He is also a recipient of the AICTE Dr. Preetham Singh Best Teacher Award 2021, awarded by the Honorable Minister of Education, Government of India. The Social Science Research Network has announced that Professor Veera Raghavan is ranked in the top 10% of the authors around the world. Professor Veera Raghavan is a trustee of Mitras Foundation, an NGO that provides free skill development courses to participants from rural backgrounds with the sole aim of empowering young lives. We are delighted to have our esteemed and respected Pro Vice Chancellor with us today. I believe his insights will be truly enlightening and beneficial for all of us. Thank you.
I now invite a dynamic and inspiring Pro Vice Chancellor to deliver a few words about Mahe Bengaluru to the gathering.
Good morning to all of you. You didn't have breakfast yet? This is very low energy. I'm a high octane energetic guy, so good morning. Very good. I will say more than a few words, actually. She said few words, but I think I have more than few words to speak. Firstly, I want to congratulate all of you. So can I request everybody to give a very big round of applause to all the new joinees. Wonderful. Yeah. Also, many congratulations to Mahe. We are now ranked 4th in India in the most recently announced NIRF rankings, which means you have made a very good choice coming to a top university. So there are some congratulations for you also in choosing Mahe and for us choosing you, both ways. See, organizations are made of people. This auditorium costs us 84 crores to build. Fantastic. You can recline. Some of you are already sleeping even before I start speaking. That could be a tiring journey. You might have taken overnight or whatever, but very comfortable seats, a beautiful auditorium, 1,100 seaters, and all 1,100 seats are full. But is this what that makes universities today? The answer is no. You have great buildings, but they don't make universities. Universities are made of faculty, they're made of students, they're made of teams, they're made of support staff, they're made of you, parents, recruiters, everybody, right? So the chief guest for the day today, my colleague Ivan, Prema, Ujjwal, Sarita, all of them are on the dais. I will say a few words, which is important, and I hope you will give me that indulgence for 5-10 minutes or so. This afternoon, before I begin the speech, this afternoon, I think at 3 o'clock, we are also going to meet all the parents. I would really encourage, really urge and encourage all parents to join us for an interaction with me, with the director, with senior faculty at MIT, and also with CSO and the DGS and teams. All of the key people will be here in the room. You have many questions to ask, and I think you should ask them. I'll just go back for a second about why I said about organizations are made of people. Many of you would have gone to the hostels and seen the hostels, and some of you probably would have spent more time in getting these things processed. I'll say to you that there is still some work to be done. I'll be very honest about it. But I also want to take this opportunity to thank some very special people who have absolutely spent every drop of petrol in the tank, if I have to use this parlance, for the last so many days, right? And these are people, you generally see them, but you won't recognize them, and they will not come to you and say, no, we did so much work. But I am going to take the liberty. I am the PVC of the campus, so I can do many number of things. I can also surprise people. So I'm going to call out few names today, just to stand up, and some of them are already here. I would like Sarita to stand up for a moment. Raghavendra Prabhu, Basavaraj, and his team. No, really you should, because these are people you will not know the amount of blood, sweat, and tears these people have put in getting the hostels ready. It's still not ready. There are more people. There is Naveen in the projects team. I don't think Naveen is here, but very, very special thanks to some people in the project team. The Zolo team that's worked tirelessly. Anup and his team have done spectacular effort. Chetan and team serving you coffee, tea. I mean, this is very important to express your gratitude to people who have spent a lot of hours. And I've been here for most number of hours with all these people going through the hostels. And so I also want to take the opportunity to thank all the parents. I know some things are not ready yet, but give us a week, it'll be absolutely ready. I give you my word, and so will Sarita, Raghavendra, Basavaraj, everybody who's connected to the hostels will give you this commitment that we will have things ready for you. That's the housekeeping stuff that I've done. Now to the reason why I'm here, right? So I do urge all of you to please join us for interaction because a lot of academic queries you'll have, placements, internships. Don't miss the opportunity to interact with faculty. This is a very special occasion. Can I call you my fresher friends for the first and last time? There is a good reason why you're here, right? This is an orientation, which means we will talk a lot about directions. Direction setting, compass, moral compass, NEWS news, north, east, west, south, news, information, latest information, how that will change your life, or even how has our life changed so far. To be here, students, you have studied past your primary school, secondary school. If you come from Mumbai, then it's called junior college or whatever else it's called. And now you are in a university, a top university called Mahe Bengaluru, particularly MIT. Do you realize how this came about for you? When in school, you studied all subjects. I hope you studied all subjects. Then in intermediate college, you chose your area of study, perhaps arts, science, commerce, but most of you, I'm guessing, would have anyway taken science. That's why you're in MIT. Later, you decide on the levels, diploma, degree. You're here, obviously you're going to get a 4-year degree. You're here because your parents have the ability to put you through university degree. You also have the desire to first complete your undergrad degree, and then we assume you have the capability and capacity to work hard and make the academic rigor required to acquire a chosen program and degree. It is not going to be easy, okay? It is going to be hard work, and I'm very sure you're ready for this hard work. Ivan and I never spoke about what we're going to discuss today. Use the word choice, and much of my later part of the talk is about choice. What really happened in your case was that you refined your choices, first time I used the word choice today, progressively into one clear choice, second time. And you're here to make the choice work for you. Your direction is set, and your orientation begins now. We are here to help you enjoy and excel in your choice. We will feed you knowledge and skills on your choice. We'll tell you how to make use of the facilities on the campus to make your work easy for you. We're here to make things as simple as possible, but you have to know that things cannot be made any simpler. You will have to work very hard. From experience, we know that your choice is a very possible choice. In our opinion, you will become what you have chosen to become. There is a high possibility that you'll also become the best in your choice. Now that your direction is set, it is our job to give you that speed. You will also do well to remember that your choice is no better than the choice made by another. Your choice is no worse than another. You'll be known for how well you worked on your choice and achieved excellence. I can now ask you a quiz, how many times you use the word choice, and you will not remember. The world requires and honors people who attain excellence. Inevitably, all those who achieve excellence in their choice also achieve success. What kind of success you achieve depends entirely on you. And this is where I think there's a parallel, there's a similarity between what Ivan said and what I'm saying now. On your attitude, on your aptitude, on your character, on your orientation. By orientation, I do not mean today's event that is just happening. I mean, whether you are egocentric, sociocentric, omnicentric. If this is getting too serious for you, it looks almost like a lecture given by a professor. Let me summarize it for you in simple words. The top students of all courses will have the world at their feet. They can rest assured the world will always make space for them because they've excelled in their choice, because they have been responsible with their time and opportunity, because they can be trusted with greater responsibility, greater resources, greater access, greater spaces, greater time, greater margins, and greater patience. One more thing before I sign off for the morning. While you're here, you will play sport, debate, orations, yoga, dances, recitals. We saw two MITians deliver a beautiful rendition, meditation, and so on. But you should never forget the one primary reason you are here. You're here for academics, studies. Now I sound like a school teacher. I often say, and I will say it one more time, at Mahe, we will never allow you to forget your primary aim you're here for, which is your academics. And MIT is no different. In no more than 4 years, you'll graduate from these portals of engineers or technologists. Today, engineering or technology education has become a gateway to corporate, IT, administrative, including finance careers. Many IITians or engineers go on to pursue their masters at IIMs and then do a PhD in finance, and they'll think the first degree is engineering or physics, second degree is management and particularly finance, and then they have a PhD and then they had JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, HSBC, so on and so forth, right? So engineers become great fin guys as well. I'm one of those rare people who didn't do engineering but then continued in finance. Today, so I'd be happy if MIT engineering or technology graduates actually seek and acquire technology careers or even start technology enterprises. Humankind is constantly challenging itself, so there should be no dearth of opportunities for providers of technological solutions. I want to tell you something special. I'm going to really wrap up in a couple of minutes. This applies to all, but particularly to engineers and technologists. Focus on these 5 I's. I for India, I in your life. You'll be very pleased with yourself throughout. I list these 5 I's in no particular order. Income, innovation, integrity, impact, and image. Never compromise on these things, and life will never let you down. Welcome to Mahe, welcome to MIT. Make the best use of time here, all the very best. And one more time, a very, very big round of applause for Mahe making number 4, and for you joining MIT, and to all your parents who have given you the unlimited resources and support for you to be here. I also want to thank and congratulate all the parents for making an amazing choice in trusting your sons and daughters at this wonderful institution, Mahe, Bengaluru, and MIT. And I look forward to seeing all of you this afternoon. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you so very much, sir, for igniting young minds with your words of wisdom. The speech was really informative and extremely helpful for our students. To make this as a memorable day, a truly unforgettable one, we have with us Dr. Vinod S. Chippalkatti, a very brilliant personality and an achiever par excellence. Now I request Dr. S.N. Prasad, Assistant Director of Placements, MIT Bangalore, to please introduce our chief guest to the audience.
Good morning, all. Dignitaries on and off the dais. It is my privilege and honor to introduce today's chief guest, Dr. Vinod S. Chippalkatti. Vinod S. Chippalkatti is the President, Strategic Electronics Business Unit at Centum Electronics Limited, Bangalore. He has master's degree in engineering from Indian Institute of Science and PhD in space electronics. He has overall 35 years of experience. He is a fellow of Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers, India, Institution of Engineers, India, and other professional bodies. He has around 100 technical papers at the national and international level. He has 14 granted patents. He served Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO, in Bangalore for 10 years, working on system integration of India's communication satellites. Subsequently, he joined Centum Electronics in the year 2000 as Head of Design and Engineering. He has been a part of Centum's growth story as a key member of the management team. He is actively involved in Centum scaling up to be a leading Indian industry in design and manufacturing of high reliability and high technology modules, subsystems, and systems in defense, space, and aerospace segments. With this humble submission, I, Dr. S.N. Prasad, present Dr. Vinod before you. Thank you.
Good morning, respected leadership of Mahe and MIT Bangalore campus, academicians, professors on and off the dais. It's always a privilege to be a part of such gatherings, which are a blend of oxygen, which is comprising of academia, what next, what are the future opportunities, all of that. And I personally take pride in enjoying being a part of this and taking you through a journey, how it has been different from last many decades and how it is beautifully ready and carved out for you all in the next 4 years. You must be wondering, how was my last June, July 2023 as parents, as students, when you were at the cusp of the intermediate class 12, PUC, whatever you call it, full of anxiousness, full of academic pressures, full of wanting to perform, many times guidance from parents, pressure from parents, I hope less, many times self-created societal peer level pressures. All of that, if you recall today sitting here in this beautiful auditorium, how were those days 12 months ago? And what a relief for both parents and you as students today. Like previous speakers told, you must be proud and happy as parents and as students that through that academic intense 1-year activity, you have come and secured a place in a very prestigious institution and university, which recently, yesterday, day before yesterday, has been accredited with the best numbers. So you must be all very, very proud. And having seen the infrastructure, facility, the width and breadth of the campus, I think you are on cloud 9. What exactly is in store for me? How do I adjust my life? I was a pre-university student, is what you must be going through. I was a pre-university student with time-bound syllabus and very clear pattern of what I need to do. And here I am entering into a phase of my life which has many unlimited opportunities. There are no boundaries. There is no syllabus. There is no particular way. There is no only way of success or only one recipe for what I would like to do, because many of you will transform yourself from raw to ripe in these 4 years. And it is this day where we all have to be conscious about how raw am I is irrelevant, but how ripe and in which area I would be a ripe individual is what is important. And it is the day, a beginning, where you all need to start thinking about what would be my journey. My past 12 months, for most of you, must have been only academics, because that was the goal to come here. That was the goal post, and then you have reached that goal post. But is that the one which is also going to be future? Not necessarily. Like we heard just now, that academics is the prime path or the road that for which we are here for next 4 years, but it is not necessarily the only thing that we would be doing. It's a phase for transformation of our personalities, for managing our time, for going through situations which may not be friendly, for going through situations where flexibility, need to adjust, exhibiting teamwork, team spirit, all of that are going to be a part and parcel of your journey in the next 4 years. Not all subjects are going to be interesting. Not all subjects are going to be very, very easy to crack. Maybe interesting, but very difficult journey. So I would urge you to think of, how would I plan my journey? What is in it? What are the options that I need to keep? And trust me, your parents who are here would have one sigh of relief. I think it was my responsibility to bring my child to this phase. Now I hope he would start making decisions for himself and need us as only mentors or guides behind him. So when that responsibility is transformed or put back on you, it gives you two things, an opportunity and a responsibility. A responsibility to return what you have parents, many of your parents would have put their heart and soul and time and money and everything on you to bring you here. Now it is responsibility of you to give them in return what you want to, because what they want in return from you is joy, is success, is, the ladder that you would like to show yourself, your siblings. So that is one responsibility. And while you are looking at that responsibility, you're also provided with umpteen number of opportunities, and in a campus like this, the opportunities are only multifold. So I think you need to continuously go through, and I'm sure in the next few days you will go through, oh, I was pampered with home food by my mom, excellent room, excellent, privacy, all of that, but then here I am going to be sharing my room, discussing with someone who I am yet to understand easy of my wavelength. All of that uncertainties, interesting things, eagerness to see how the world unfolds for you, all of that are going to be a part and parcel of your next few weeks or few months of your life here. It's also a very complex one where you have left your house. Some of you would have left your house and then will be a part of this campus. Continuously the academic meter will run, and you're missing your food. It's a very complex thing, and you'll go through intense emotional changes, and then that is the time when you need to interact with staff, interact with peer students, make the best use of it, and then make yourself hard enough, rugged enough to face the world academically as an individual also. Irrespective of your career options, because I'm sure these are the best 4 years for you as India. Please note that. These are the best years for India, where India is heading from a 5th economy to a 3rd economy, wanting to be the best in the world, wanting to provide you with huge amount of opportunities. So in these best 4 years, you have the options to be researchers, you have the options to create and have a disruptive mindset and then be an entrepreneur. You have the options to be a mix of a very good individual employee, wanting to be securing the best of the jobs, wanting to achieve the highest CTC in your campus 4 years from now. All of that are different options that each one of you will have. But irrespective of all of that, I would like to remind you of 2-3 things which you must practice irrespective of the journey, and those will be the recipe for success for you. And those are: develop the team spirit. Please remember, you can be an excellent individual, you can do only so much. You can always make 1 + 1 = 11. So develop that flexibility, adaptability, team spirit, whatever perspective you call it as. And in the process, you will also become a good listener, a good observer, good identifier of the perspective that the other person is giving. So that would be the first one. And I would really want you to relish this journey in these 4 years and imagine how good an individual you will become. So respect for team, multidisciplinary, all of that would be very, very important. You are in an engineering world, which means technology. So respect for technology, and technology in these 4 years, in the last few years, and definitely in these 4 years, would rapidly be changing. So keeping up the pace with the technological changes, the method of study, the method of information gathering, the analytical capabilities, the way you represent things, the articulation capabilities, all of that are something which are rapidly changing, and I want you to be respecting that. So be a team member, be in the technology domain, trust the companions. Have that trust. Put forward your trust. So these 3 T's, while we clearly saw 5 I's, I think you also look at these 3 T's in these 4 years, and you will see how wonderfully you would have transformed and made your parents very, very proud, made your country proud, in what I am now talking about, irrespective of what career you choose after 4 years. While I'm not here to give you more perspective because I come from an industry, and then I would give you that perspective today as to what the industry expects from you. Does the industry expect you to be the highest CGPA getter? Please note, that's not the only criteria. It's not. You don't have to be the top man only, because only one can be a top man. But CGPA is important. Good enough CGPA is necessary. But how you have transformed, what have been your extracurricular activities, what additional interests you took, what you crossed your boundaries and did what was not expected of you. These are all the evidences that you gather and relish during these 4 years. And that, when it reflects in your work or a resume, definitely it will have a more weightage. So point number 1, while academics continues to be the backbone, but I think the overall additional things that you put surrounding that road will be very, very important. Your communication abilities will be extremely important. Your personality development, how you take along, your leadership skills in a simple organizing of an event, how you would exhibit them, how you will encounter challenges, all of that are very, very important. And some of you would continue to have that intense desire to perform well in academics. Please do so. Unlimited, sky is not the limit. In any technology, any area of field that you take today, be it space, be it defense, be it e-mobility, be it mass rapid transport system, be it any branch of engineering, where whatever branch of engineering you are studying has an application. And hence, for those who would like to continue in that, please do so. You have plethora of opportunities. What is my goal after I finish my engineering? Start thinking about it right from the word go and carve out your journey as per your goal post. How do I prepare for that goal? How do I mean, every goal has a path and every path has milestones. So these are all beyond a point cannot be taught to you. It has to be internalized, and a lot of hard work has to come from each one of you. And then with all of those things, you become industry ready. When you say industry ready, you will be a dada in that particular field of industry where you would wish to join? Definitely no. Industry readiness is ready to take on what the industry wants you to do, but not ready to do what the industry wants you to do. You just are ready, good enough to start your journey, and that's what an industry would definitely expect. Things like alone I am strong, together we are strongest is what very, I'm a mechanical engineer, I'm an electronics engineer, I'm a computer science, I don't want to touch the hardware, I don't worry about how this product becomes hot, that's somebody else's. That's not the way you would grow. It has to be looked at it from a systemic approach, and system forces you to be a team-spirited, forces you to be flexible, forces you to be adaptable, forces you to look at it from a multispectral things. So net, few recommendations. Get adjusted to the college life, new place, new food, new environment. Don't lose focus on your academics, rigor and the specialization. Be ready for that, because that's something which would not let you down going forward. Observe the opportunities to improve the personality through friends, staff, environment, sports, etc. Try to streamline your interests and goals. Start identifying good methods to improve yourself. Have a mentor, have a senior, have a professor, have a formal, informal equation. Exhibit teamwork. Consolidate your goals and objectives. Develop branch-specific and branch-adjacent interests, because they always will come. Focus on practical aspects. Getting a good score on a test or a unit test or a semester exam is good, but not good enough. Some of those who continue to have that academics, start articulating your work in the form of papers, publications. I would tell you this is not a simple thing. It's not easy to say, oh, he's in academics, he writes papers. No. Try and articulate your work in 100 words in the first paragraph of an abstract. You will sweat it out. So that also is something which some of you who are keen, develop that. Pick your majors, minors, electives, keeping the ultimate interest in mind. Don't go by force. concretize your goals, participate in group discussions, speeches, be active, be bubbling with energy. You're all physically good enough to have that unlimited energy, and then make the best use of that environment. So define your goals, work hard, be optimistic, and the last word that I would like to conclude, people, it's not a popular word, but I think it's a time-tested word, maintain discipline. Discipline first, studies next is where I come from. You can always catch up on studies, but if you lose on discipline, and if you miss this, internalizing the importance of discipline, trust me, you have lost half the battle. So develop that intense discipline within you, discipline in every walks of what you do every day. It will take you long, long way. All the very best. Excited to be a part of this. My energy levels are increasing, and I'm sure with this wonderful campus and amidst excellent academic and the non-academic environment to learn that you will have in this beautiful campus, you have unlimited opportunities. Sky is not the limit. All the very best.
We are obliged to have such a wonderful personality as our chief guest today. Thank you, sir. Your insightful, thought-provoking address has set a platform for our students. As a token of gratitude and honor from Mahe family, I now request our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Madhu Veeraraghavan, to present a memento to our chief guest. Thank you, sir. Words are not enough to express our sincere gratitude to you for your presence here today. Thank you very much for accompanying us. We thank all the dignitaries profusely for spending your valuable time with us. We delightfully request you all to descend from the dais and kindly occupy the front seat in the audience. And please stay with us to continue with our remaining orientation program. Thank you, ma'am. Let's begin with a video that offers the glimpse of MIT Bangalore, a place which is inspired by life.
Excellence is a mindset, one that inspires you to go beyond your comfort zone, to achieve your full potential, driving you towards greatness. It was with this mindset with which the visionary Dr. T.M.A. Pai set out to achieve excellence in education at Manipal over 6.5 decades ago. He pioneered independent India's first privately funded medical school by setting up Kasturba Medical College in 1953. Over the years, Manipal has grown from strength to strength, creating multidisciplinary world-class institutions in India and across the globe.
Over here we have courses that are both challenging and rewarding. The courses are widely varied from computer science to electrics to cybersecurity, data science, etc. The faculty over here both excel in their own fields and are amazing at also mentoring. This was absolutely the right choice for me, and I do wish to see you here in Mahe, where the sky is the limit. You belong here.
MIT is known for its rigorous academic standards, cutting-edge research, and a strong emphasis on practical, real-world applications of knowledge. We foster a multicultural environment that promotes learning, collaboration, and mutual respect. As we begin, it's important to remember that understanding the rules of the game is essential before we start playing the game. Dear students, your task now is to harness the academic system at MIT to bring out the successful engineer within you over the next 4 years. Keeping this in mind, we are happy to have with us Dr. Prema KV, Associate Director, Academics. She has always shown her keen interest in our activities, and in her, we found a great strength and support to all the programs we undertake. I now request ma'am to deliberate upon the academic process at MIT.
Very good morning. I once again congratulate all the students and parents who have taken admission to MIT Bangalore. Today we have with us students who have taken admission to the branches related to the Department of Computer Science and Engineering and also the Department of Electronics and Communication. I, Dr. Prema KV, I am the Associate Director of MIT, and also I happen to be the Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. In the next few minutes, I'll take you through the academic process that we follow in MIT. Currently, we have 8 BTech programs, so this is the flow of my presentation. I'll first give an overview of the BTech programs, salient features of BTech curriculum, followed by the academic process and the student support system. We have 8 BTech programs, BTech in Computer Science and Engineering, BTech in CSE with specialization in Artificial Intelligence, BTech in Information Technology, BTech in CSE with specialization in Cybersecurity, Data Science, and then BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering, BTech in Electronics and Computer Engineering, as well as BTech in Electronics Engineering with specialization in VLSI Design and Technology. Now, all these BTech programs, they are of 4 years, that is 8 semesters duration. The first year curriculum is common to the stream branches. By this, what I mean is, we have 2 streams here, CSE and IT stream, which comprises of 5 branches, and there is a ENC stream, which comprises of 3 branches. The 8th semester is entirely for what is called as the practice school or project work. In 8th semester, we don't have any theory classes. It is completely free. So the students either go to the industry and do the project, in which case we call it as the practice school, but some of the students would like to do their project in the institute itself. So then it is called as the project work. We also follow the flexible credit system. The number of credits vary from 160 to 188. I'll explain this range of credits in the subsequent slides. We also have a class committee for each semester, which meets 2 times in a semester, and the main objective of this class committee is to oversee the academic progress and resolve if there are any concerns from the students. The total number of credits is 160, which is spread across the 4 years. So in the first year, the first semester, there will be 22 credits, and in the second semester, also there are 22 credits. So totally there are 44 credits which a student must earn. Second year, similarly, there are 43 credits. Third year, 42 credits, and in the final year, there are 31 credits. There is a major project work which happens in the 8th semester, which is of 12 credits. There is an industrial training course which is of 1 credit, and it is a mandatory learning course. By this, what we mean is the credits earned from this course is used for only credit calculation and not for CGPA calculations. We have humanities and management courses totaling to about 8 credits, and there are also 3 open electives which are spread across different semesters. As I told, in the 8th semester there is only project work and practice school, but in the 7th semester there are no core subjects, there are only program electives and open electives. The salient features of BTech curriculum, it's a flexible credit system, and the number of credits vary from 160 to 188. The minimum number of credits required is 160. Now suppose a student takes up a minor specialization, which is optional. So as part of minor specialization, a student has to compulsorily do a mini project. And if he does a mini project, then he will be earning 8 more credits, so it becomes 168 credits. Now for those students who can take up, who are really bright and they want to study more subjects and accumulate, they're capable of accumulating more credits, they can go for what is called as BTech Honors, in which case they will be earning additional 20 credits. Then the total number of credits will be 180. And if they also do a project under minor specialization, when they are doing major BTech Honors course also, then it will become totally 188 credits. So only 160 is mandatory. The remaining are all optional, depending upon the student's capability. Then we have, that is as part of BTech Honors program, journal publication is compulsory. The evaluation system that is followed here is 10-point credit system. The number of credits assigned for a course depends upon the number of contact hours per week. For a theory course, the number of contact hours will be normally 3 to 4. So if the number of contact hours are 4, it is a 4 credit course. If it is number of contact hours are 3, it will be a 3 credit course. So we follow what is called as LTP system. L is the number of lecture hours, T means the number of tutorial hours, and P is the number of practical hours. So it can be 310 if it is a theory course, and if it is a lab course, then it will be 2 hours of practical, which results in 1 credit. A student is said to have completed a semester when all credits of that semester are earned by the student. The attendance regulations. A minimum of 75% attendance is mandatory for every student to appear in the end semester exam. But we encourage the students to attend all the classes. That is, we encourage students to have 100% attendance. It is not because of attendance, it is also because of the knowledge that they get when they attend the classes and listen to the lectures, which will eventually help them in their projects or in so many other ways. So please attend as much as possible all the classes. Student with less than 75% attendance is awarded DT grade. DT means detained. So if you are having attendance less than 75%, you will not be allowed to sit for the end semester exam. And please note that when I say this, without 75% attendance, you will not be able to sit for the exam, we mean okay? We mean it. We are serious about that. And this is AICTE requirement. Okay, we cannot dilute this requirement. All of you should make sure that all of you have more than 75% attendance. In the case of courses with DT grade, student will not be allowed to sit for the exam. He will not get the hall ticket for that particular course, and he has to re-register for the course in the next semester along with his other semester classes. And if the subject is not available in the next semester, he has to wait, okay, when the subject is offered and register for that, okay, course. On a maximum, a student is allowed to register for only 36 credits in a semester. Unauthorized absence by the student for a period of more than 6 weeks without telling, okay, the teachers, without informing the department. If a student is absent for more than 6 weeks, it will result in his termination, his or her termination from the program. Normally, when a student is absent continuously for 3 classes, okay, in any particular course, the teacher will immediately flag it, and the teacher will, okay, contact the student, try to call the student over phone or try to send a mail. The teacher will also contact the parents. See, your ward is not coming for continuously 3 classes. It will be made known to the HOD as well as the parent as well as the teacher. The evaluation process comprises of 100 marks, in which 50 marks is for in-semester assessment, which is, okay, having quizzes, assignments, as well as midterm exam. So there are 20 marks for quizzes and assignments, and the midterm exam is having, okay, 30 marks. Then the end semester exam is for, okay, 50 marks. The end semester examination is conducted for all the theory courses, and for the lab courses, there will be lab assessment going to happen. And please remember that lab evaluation is continuous. Okay, every alternate week, teachers will be testing your practical skills, and they will be, okay, grading you. And finally, okay, the lab exam, there will be one lab exam conducted towards the end of the semester, which is for 40 marks. And the continuous evaluation of the, okay, practical course is for 60 marks. We follow what is called as relative grading system. The marks of in-semester as well as the end-semester assessments are added together, and then, okay, they are graded. Here, okay, 10-point grading system is followed. So if the grade value is 10, the letter grade associated with it is A+. Similarly, the grade A corresponds to the grade point of 9 and so on. If the student gets at least E grade, then he is said to have earned the credits. That is, he has passed that particular, okay, subject. And F grade or I grade or DT grade means the student has not cleared the subject. So a student has written the exam, end semester exam, but he has failed. He did not get the sufficient marks, then he will get F grade. No, the student was not having sufficient attendance. He may be bright, but he did not have 75% attendance, then he will not be allowed to sit for the end semester exam, and his grade will be DT. The student was having attendance, he was allowed to sit for the exam, but because of some emergency, he could not write the exam. Most of the time it will be some medical emergency. The student met with an accident or was seriously ill, so he could not write the end semester exam. Then he will get the I grade. I means incomplete. Okay. So in all these 3 cases, student has to re-register and try to, okay, complete the course. And there are also some courses which are, okay, just audit type. So AP means audit pass. End semester examination process. So here appearance for the end semester examination is mandatory. All students, although their internal marks out of 50 is very high, even then all the students have to write the end semester exam, and they have to score minimum of 18 marks out of 50 in the end semester exam. Otherwise, if they will be declared as failed. Internal and end semester exam marks are added together and should be more than the cutoff, okay, for a particular subject. Okay. Again, because of relative grading, the cutoff varies from one course to another course. To successfully complete the course, as I informed earlier, minimum A grade has to be acquired by the students. And we believe in showing the answer scripts to the students, all your answer scripts, whether it is your quiz paper or whether it is your midterm test paper or even your end-term examination answer scripts, all the students can see their papers, what they have written, what marks teachers have given. So after showing the end semester scripts only, results will be announced. And also once you complete a course, there is no scope for improving the grades. You cannot again say that, okay, again I will write this exam, although I have passed, I want to write and then I want to improve my grades. Such a facility is not there. Suppose a student has written the regular exam and he has failed, then immediately, he can register for makeup examination. And before the next semester begins, he can write the paper in which he has failed. So makeup examination process is there. So it is conducted before the commencement of the next semester. Students with F and I grades only are eligible to write the makeup exam. Whereas the DT case is one where the student did not have the attendance. So the such students have to attend the classes, get the attendance, and then only they will be eligible to write the exam. That is why I am telling all of you students, please ensure that you have minimum 75% attendance. Your teachers will be announcing periodically in the class your attendance status. Please keep note of that and ensure that you are eligible to write the exams of all the courses. Suppose a student is having F grade, then he is eligible for only C grade in the makeup exam because this is a second chance for him. The first chance was given and he failed, in the first chance. So in the second chance, his maximum, grade will be capped to C. And there will be cutoff marks which are, declared, which are finalized at the end of the regular exam. The same cutoff marks will be used to, decide the grades in the makeup exam also. Again, we have what is called as the grade point average and cumulative grade point average. At every semester, at the end of every semester, whatever is your performance, based on that, your GPA will be calculated and GPA will be known to you. And over the subsequent semesters, how you are performing, that is reflected through your CGPA. So CGPA is the cumulative grade point average. Re-registration is for students who are not completing the previous semester courses. So such students have to again re-register for the course along with the regular semester classes. All such students will get a notification from the academic section when they have to re-register for the course. The maximum number of credits that you can re-register at any point of time will be limited to 36 credits. And we also have what is called as academic progression. That is to move from one year to another year. What is the minimum number of credits that you should have? If you don't possess those number of credits, then you will be suffering from what is called as year loss. You will not be allowed to go to the next year. And this is calculated at the end of every even semester. So the minimum credit requirements at the end of the first year, that is first semester and second semester. As I told earlier, in the first year there are 44 credits required. Now out of these 44 credits, minimum 26 credits you must earn. Otherwise you will not be eligible to go to the second year, that is the third semester. So 26 credits or more, then you can, you are eligible to study the second year classes. Similarly, at the end of second year, a student must have earned a minimum of 68 credits, without which he will not be eligible to go to the third year. Again, at the end of third year, student must possess minimum of 110 credits to be eligible to move to the final year. And at the end of final year, to get the BTech degree, a student must have minimum 160 credits. Suppose a student is not having the required number of credits at any one of these stages. That is at the end of first year, suppose he doesn't have 26 credits, or at the end of say third year he doesn't have 110 credits, then such students will be put in what is called as academic probation. The academic probation occurs because of the inability to attain the minimum credits that are required. So such students who are on academic probation, they will not be eligible, they will not be going to the higher semesters, but they will be attending the classes of the lower semesters. They will be in the campus only, but attending classes of lower semesters. For such students, from the department, a mentor will be assigned to help them with the academics, so to understand what is the problem and to guide them properly. For each student, a faculty mentor will be assigned who will be looking at his progress and hand-holding him so that he will be able to get promoted to the higher semesters. Suppose a student who is in academic probation, he is not able to complete his courses and is not able to earn the minimum number of credits, then registration for the entire BTech program will get terminated after 2 successive year loss, because the student has not been able to acquire the minimum number of credits required. Some of the highlights of BTech programs. In order to satisfy the curiosity or the academic capability of the students who are capable of acquiring more credits, and to help such students, we have what is called as BTech Honors program, in which the students can acquire additional 20 credits. To take up BTech Honors, students must have a CGPA of 8.5 at the end of 4th semester. The student need to earn additional 12 credits of the specified subjects at the postgraduate level. And they must also be able to take up a project work, and that project work must result in a journal publication. For each of such student, a project guide will be allotted, who will be one of the faculty members of the department. So for every BTech Honors, a project guide is assigned. The student will be working under the faculty guide on some research problem, so that he will be able to make a research publication. So totally the students will be acquiring, such students will be acquiring 160 credits plus 20 credits, that is 180 credits. And they should also maintain that initial CGPA, whatever they had, 8.5, the same CGPA, minimum, that is minimum I am talking. So minimum of 8.5 CGPA should also be maintained at the end of the program. Only then they will get this BTech Honors degree. Now these BTech Honors degrees are given a very high weightage, especially when the students want to pursue their masters. We also have what is called as minor specialization, which is optional. Each department will be having different types of minor specializations. So students who want to opt for this minor specialization, that will happen starting from 6th semester. There will be a basket of 4 courses. So if a student studies the entire 4 courses assigned to a particular minor specialization, then he will be eligible to take this minor specialization. This minor specialization name will appear in the 8th semester marks card of the student as well as in his transcript. For example, for students of computer science and engineering, we have one of the minor specialization called Internet of Things. There is another specialization called as computational intelligence. So under each minor, there will be 4 subjects. Either you can choose any general program electives that you want. The program electives normally start from 6th semester. So when it comes to 6th semester, all the list of program electives available under the department will be made known to the student. So the student can choose any elective that he wants. Now suppose a student wants a minor specialization, then he has to study those 4 electives which are listed out under that particular minor. Then okay, he will get that minor specialization. Suppose we have a student in information technology, then one of the minors that may be available is software system design. So you can opt for that minor specialization and complete all the courses along with a mini project to be eligible for this minor specialization degree. We do have what is called as a semester abroad program, which can start from 5th semester, 6th semester, or 7th semester. So here, it happens only once. A student has the option to study 1 semester abroad in any Indian or foreign university with which we have an MOU. Then, the student will go to that particular university, study their courses, and credits will get transferred to the department. This is this facility is available only if the student is having a CGPA of 7 and above. The advantage of going for semester abroad program is the student will get a global exposure. He will be able to spend his semester with some abroad university. Maybe it is one of those universities where the student wants to pursue his masters. So that kind of opportunity is present here. Branch change, this feature is available provided there are some vacancies, and it happens at the end of first year. So after first year, based on the number of vacancies and based on your CGPA, there's branch change possible, but only across the stream. So if you are a CSR IT stream student, so in your stream only branch change is possible. If you are an electronics student, in your stream there are 3 different programs in your stream. You can have a branch change among one of the programs. Once you opt for branch change, the reverting, after you obtain the new branch, then if you say that no, I want to go back to my previous branch, I don't want this branch change to happen, that will not be entertained. So once changed, option for reverting to the original branch is not permitted. We believe in technology in education. As part of our green initiative, we do not conduct any paper-based examinations. All our examinations are through ePad. There is a digital tablet on which the students will be writing the exam. So all the students will be trained on how to use this ePad and how to write the exams using the ePad. Now the advantage of going through this ePad examination process is it is convenient to the student as well as to the teachers. Student need not bring any writing material to the exam hall. Pens or pencils or colors, pens, such things are not needed. And also, there is less scope for copying. Your neighboring student will not be able to look into your ePad and see what you are writing. He will not be able to copy. For the teachers also, it is very convenient, because the totaling of the marks will happen very conveniently, and the teacher can see the student answer script as well as the scheme very comfortably. These are some of the advantages. So all the students will undergo training related to ePad usage. Whatever lectures are having in your class, all these lectures are captured. We use what is called as Impartus lecture capture solution. The lectures are video recorded and it is available to the students. Suppose teacher was teaching some concept and you could not follow it. So after the class, you can go and download the videos and you can listen to the lecture once again. We also have what is called as LMS system. Using the LMS, students can download the course materials, and also all the assignments and practical questions and quizzes are conducted using this LMS tool. Again, LMS usage training will be provided to all the students. We also have what is called as SLCM, or Student Lifecycle Management System. It's a single window for students to edit their profile, okay, build their, okay, profile, and students can see what are the number of credits that have acquired. They can see the class timetable, their attendance, and this SLCM is also visible to the parents. So I request all the parents to collect the, okay, login and password, okay, details in the coming days, and also ensure that all of you log into SLCM periodically and monitor the progress of your ward. Okay, if whether your child has gone to the class today or not, you'll, okay, come to know. Okay, so all the parents and as well as students are requested to make use of this SLCM to monitor their, okay, progress. This is the academic calendar. I hope all of you have already received this academic guidelines. So the classes are going to commence on the 19th of August. I hope all of you have received your class timetable and the classroom number. The last instructional day is 20th of September 2024. Our end semester examinations will start from 24th of December and they will go up to 7th January 2025. And the next even semester classes, that is second semester classes, will commence from January 13th, 2025. In order to, okay, help the students to understand, okay, what is going on and how the students have to conduct themselves, okay, during, okay, this, okay, professional, okay, education, we have what is called as mentor-mentee scheme as well as the class committee scheme. Every student is assigned one faculty member who will be the mentor for the student for this entire year. The teacher will be in, okay, touch with that particular student as well as the student's parents. This mentor-mentee scheme, as part of this, I think all of you have already received, I think, mentors' details. If you have not received, very soon you will come to know who is the mentor for your okay, child. And the mentors will be meeting the students every week. And they will encourage the student to discuss whatever difficulties they are facing. It may be either academic or non-academic. And the mentor will strive to resolve the, okay, difficulties. In case the student is not regular to the class, the mentor will immediately inform the parents. I request the parents also to periodically talk to the mentors and find out, okay, how the child is, okay, doing in the classes, what happened to his quiz mark, whether he was present for all the quizzes, whether he is coming regularly to the lab or not. So the mentor will anyway inform the parents. So parents can also ask. Sometimes parents will have a doubt. I think today he has not gone to the class. So let me, okay, call my mentor and find out. So whenever you have such doubts, okay, please call your mentor and find out how your ward is, okay, performing. We also have what is called as class committee. The class committee constitutes a chairperson who is normally the HOD of the department, and every faculty member who is taking class for that particular semester will be a member of this class committee. So we will have what are called, who are called as course coordinators, course instructors, that is theory as well as lab instructors. And we will also have student representatives, that is the class representative of that particular section, plus one or more students. So we will be meeting, okay, after say 1.5 months, there will be a class committee meeting for which all the teachers and the students of that particular okay, branch will be invited of that particular semester. Say it is third semester class committee for BTech CSE core means. So the corresponding class representatives, teachers and students are invited, and we'll ask the students, okay, if they are having any problems with regard to academics. And we'll collect the feedback about the content delivery or about whether the students are able to understand what the teacher is teaching, whether they are able to do the lab, okay, properly or not. And then we'll take, okay, some, okay, remedial steps if required. We'll also ask the students also. Okay, the students are open to talk and they can tell what difficulties they are facing. and okay, corrective steps will be implemented okay, as soon as the meeting is over. Then again, after 2.5 months, after 1.5 month, first class committee meeting. After 2.5 months, second class committee meeting is again held. Okay, in this second class committee meeting, we'll be finding out what happened to the student performance. Okay, whether they were able to, okay, write the quizzes and how many of them passed, how many of them failed, and what was the performance in the midterm exam, all these things will be discussed. So we believe that okay, students okay, should be good not only in academics, but they should also have some kind of, we believe in the holistic development of the students. So there are a lot of co-curricular and extracurricular activities conducted throughout the semester. In order to encourage the students to participate in these activities, we have around 36 clubs at MIT, technical as well as non-technical clubs. We believe that if you tell the student, he may forget, and if I teach the student, he may remember. But if I involve the student in some technical activities or in some projects, students will learn and they can adopt and they can excel. So there are some technical clubs like GDSE club or Codex club, which is mainly a coding club, then Neura AI club, astronomy club, or cyberspace club, like that. And there are also some non-technical clubs associated with the dance, drama, music, photography, chess, like this. And then we also have community service programs like NCC, NSS, voluntary services organization called as VSO, and we also have a literature society. All these clubs will have a core committee consisting of students, the president of the club or the treasurer, all these will be students only. For each club, there will be a faculty coordinator. The students will organize the different activities under the guidance of the faculty member. It is through these clubs that our students will be able to participate in the various technical or cultural activities which are conducted by other institutions. So from our institution, students will be going to other colleges to participate in their fest. So the practice will happen here. They will be, they will also be part of our own cultural fest and tech fest, and they will be inviting their friends or, peers from other institutions. So the preparation, will happen in these, through these clubs. As you all know, our classes are from Monday to Friday only. So most of the time on Saturdays, our students will be very busy with all these club activities. These are some of the clubs and other events that are captured here. We also have a very vibrant sports club called as Endurance. So all the students will be participating in different sports competitions also. The first batch of students, they wanted to capture the talents of the students, and they wanted to capture some moments, that some activities and all that. So they came up with the idea of having what is called as an annual college magazine. So that batch of students, that is 2021 batch of students, started a college magazine, and they named the college magazine as Magnolia. And that particular magazine has a student editorial board. The students are writing different types of articles which are coming in that college magazine. And recently the current batch of students have come up with some more ideas as part of this college magazine, and they have, I think, renamed the college magazine also. So there are 2 annual college events. There is a cultural fest called as Falak, and there is also a technical fest which happens every year, and the technical fest is called as Solstice. Just to tell you some of our student achievements. This is just a very small information that I am giving. One of our student who is currently in the final year of BTech CSE, he has bagged Canada's global fellowship, which is of worth 9,000 Canadian dollars, and he has published around 10 international conference papers and also one Scopus indexed journal paper. And okay, many number of students from MIT Bengaluru went to MIT Manipal to participate in the Revels activity of MIT Manipal, and these are some of the medals that our previous students bagged at the Cultural Fest of MIT Manipal. In order to ensure that, okay, student, okay, they build their IT skills and become ready for the industry, okay, we have what is called as Coursera and Swayambhu courses. All these courses are free for all MIT Bengaluru students. So we encourage the student to, okay, go to these platforms and register for the courses and get the certification. It is totally free, exclusively for MIT Bengaluru students. Okay, this facility is available even for faculty members. So all students as well as faculty of MIT, we encourage them to undergo at least 2 courses, okay, per calendar year. In order to encourage student research, we have what is called as Institute Level Student Research Activity Committee. So this committee ensures that the student research interests are captured, and they will map the students to the teachers, okay, based on the teachers, okay, research area as well as the student, okay, research interest. The objective of this committee is to promote student publications and improve the quality and citations of student publications. And the students who are doing extremely well in research, they are also given a research incentive. Publication and research award incentive is given to the students who are doing well in, okay, research. We have as of now around 20 MOUs, okay, with various industries as well as universities. In the last few semesters, we organized several industry talks. This is a glimpse of what all industry talks we have organized in the past. Our placement process has already started, and internship and placement offers are being received by some of the students. And some of the companies which have visited the campus for internship and also for placement are listed out here. Recently, one of our students has bagged an internship with a stipend of 1 lakh per month. So we believe that education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And we as Mahe family are truly inspired by life. I don't know whether you have understood the entire academic process I have explained. If you have not understood, you are free to come and meet me anytime. I'll be happy to explain to all of you the process again. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, ma'am, for conveying the detailed academic information. MIT is predominantly a residential institution, housing over 3,000 students in its hostels. Our students come from all walks of life and have stories to share. From today, we hope you will immerse yourself in a wide range of educational opportunities and nurture rich character as individuals for a fulfilling student life. To ensure this, our management at MIT is committed in providing each student with personal care and attention throughout their time on campus. MIT's hostels are more than just a place to stay. It is home away from home. They are a community where lifelong friendships are forged and personal growth is nurtured. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Sarita Vijayanagar, our Student Chief Officer, to brief you the guidelines of the hostel.
Good morning, good afternoon. We are at the cusp of morning and afternoon. It's about noon. I think this is also symbolic because this is where you are at your phase of life currently. Just completed your 12th standard or PUC second year or in your CBC syllabus 12th or whatever it is called. And now you're entering your university life. 18, 17, 18-year-olds with lots of dreams, lots of hopes, and parents with lots of queries and concerns and worries. We'll see how we can look at each of the concerns and the requirements going forward. Thank you. I am Sarita Vijayanagar. I am the Chief Student Officer at MAHE Bengaluru. I'll take you through the hostel rules, regulations for sure, but also the code of conduct, which is applicable to all the students at the campus, and some of the facilities that are available for students to use. While you are at the campus, this is definitely an MIT orientation, but you will also interact with people from various other schools at the campus. So you will take the best of all the learnings around the people with different streams within MIT, and also with different interests, be it design, be it management, be it psychology, be it English, journalism, commerce. You will be able to interact with students from across various institutions. So this is a great place and a great environment where you can speak, interact, and make friends forever, for sure. So we saw a video of you belong here already, so won't delve more into this. Yes, as I mentioned, you will be able to interact with people from across the institutions. And when it comes to hostels, we have this academic year, we will be housing about 4,200 plus students in our hostels. And next year we will have one more block, which will be around 1,800 plus, and we would have a count of 6,000 plus students who can be accommodated in the hostels. We have two categories of hostels. One is the in-campus hostels, and one is the off-campus hostels. Both these categories are MAHE hostels governed by the same rules and regulations. The experience from the services that they get is going to be similar in the sense that if I speak about mess, we have the same mess partner who is going to be delivering or providing service to off-campus hostels also. We will speak a bit more on this as we move forward. But yes, we have about 4,000 plus hostels this academic year. And next year we'll have about 6,200, 6,000 plus for sure. Different categories of rooms, while booking hostels, which is online booking platform, you would have all booked hostels in case you are a hostel student. The categories of rooms available are typically the single occupancy AC, non-AC rooms, the double occupancy AC, non-AC. Some of you may have also had an opportunity to book a triple common room, which is a non-AC room with triple common in the sense that it's not an attached washroom. And additionally, we would also have, you may also have been able to book hostels in the off-campus hostels, which is, we have a boutique MIT hostel which houses about 130 students of MIT, first year students, and another hostel which is about 7 kilometers away from the main campus, which is housing about 50 odd MIT students and students from other institutes also being there, all boys hostels. And let me address, I'm sure the students have concerns about food, but I think this is a larger problem that, or the worries that the parents will have with students coming from different backgrounds, always taken care at home, providing, if I don't like a particular meal, I'm sure as a parent, you would give them or make meals which are suiting different family members' requirements. But yes, this is hostel. And while we provide the best of the services, I would like all of you to think of, be ready to be uncomfortable. The reason I say this is basically the sooner you realize, the better you will be able to adapt. I'm happy that our distinguished dignitaries mentioned about adjustments, mentioned about discipline. The reason being that when you are at home, probably you shared a room alone or maybe with a sibling, and I'm sure it's not been a great, there have been those sibling fights and those issues that have been at home also, and here you may have to share a room with a complete stranger. So that those challenges for sure are going to be there, but I know over a period of time you will build friendships for life, and you will look back years down the line and say that you had a great time in the hostels, because hostels is everyday picnic, everyday fun, everyday lots of learnings, and lots of studies together. So as far as meals are concerned, we have two partners who are providing meals to our students. Where if you're a hostel student, you would have probably met the two partners and decided which is the partner that you will go for for the mess for this particular and next month, post which you can choose your mess partners through the Zolo app, which is available, and you may have registered for it. Our focus, considering the diverse cultures and backgrounds that people come from, if I look at in the south itself, when rasam, which is an item, made, I think it is very different in different homes. Similarly, when people from north, south, east, in fact, the entire length and breadth of the country, when we have people, the taste will differ. But what we will focus on is basically the quality, the hygiene, the variety, the quantity, and safety and timely service. If I say the mess service starts at 7:30, it will start at 7:30. If it ends at 9 o'clock, it will end at 9 o'clock. For the simple reason that you have other commitments, you have classes to attend, and this is one area where we will not compromise. So there will not be any challenges with reference to timings, with reference to availability, with reference to hygiene. So these are the things that we are particular about, and will continue to focus on that. The other thing where I feel that a lot of queries and concern would be is about the safety of the ward. Yeah, so probably first time being away from home, staying in hostel, or traveling away from the school bus environment, coming to the university. What's the environment going to be like? So we are using both technology and people to address the safety and security issues at the campus. We have 1,000+ CCTV cameras that are installed across the campus, which is both in academic blocks, hostel blocks, various facilities that are there in the campus, including this facility has CCTV cameras installed to monitor what is happening in the campus, to help students as required, and also to ensure that we are able to maintain the expectation of the campus at all times. 1,000+ CCTV cameras. We do also have the PTZ cameras, which are the cameras where they can pan, they can tilt, they can move and zoom and take the pictures as required. We have a very strong command center that is there in the campus, and a team that actually monitors the movements in the CCTV and addresses issues or highlights things that need attention to us and the teams. There will also be entry and exit capture at the gates that are there, the gate 1, the gate 3. The gate 3 is typically used for hostel students, and gate 1, which is the academic entry points that are there. So the cameras will capture the information, and currently for the hostel students, in addition, we are also capturing the movement in the register so that at any point in time, we know whether a student is in campus or they have gone out. As I mentioned, it is a combination of technology as well as people. We have round-the-clock, security that are available at the campus, in hostel blocks, at the main gates, in the academic areas, even in the marina or, in the block here when you entered. You must have seen the security around. So round-the-clock security is available. If you're in the hostel, bag checking will be done, and we expect the students to cooperate. Similarly, the parcel checking, if it is required and if it is felt, it will be done by the security team. The visitor management is also done by them. While I mentioned to you about these facilities, safety and security is a joint responsibility. So while it is our duty to provide a safe environment, it is equally a student's responsibility too, to ensure that they exercise caution. I just want to bring a few pointers with reference to that here. One is that this campus, about within a kilometer of this campus, there are railway tracks. It's not safe. Please ensure that your ward and also as students be mindful that you do not walk around in those spaces, because whether walking alone or with friends, with today's all of us move around with noise cancellation earphones, it's not safe. Please be mindful. Encourage your ward, your child to keep you posted about movements, and definitely not walk around in areas which are not safe. So railway tracks to be avoided for sure. Then there are certain water bodies also around. Once you cross the railway tracks, there are some, lakes not maintained. I wouldn't say as lakes, but there are some water bodies. They are definitely not safe for swimming. They are not safe for any water sports. There have been incidents, there are a lot of student communities and spaces around, not just MAHE, there are other institutions also around. We have seen incidents, and that is the reason why this particular slide has been put up here, to tell you that it is a joint responsibility and ensure that the students do not tread these paths which are not safe. Speed limit in the campus to be maintained. In fact, there's no two-wheeler or four-wheeler movement that is there. But there is also a space where from the Century Gate, people come inside. There's a speed limit to be maintained there. And obviously, there are speed limits as far as the responsible citizens we have to maintain. Wearing your helmets if you're driving two-wheelers, ensuring speed limits, no wheelies, no risky behavior. Please be mindful of that. Now, all of you who are joining first year freshers, there's also a lot of excitement, and you may have heard, oh, there's going to be a freshers party, and looking forward to it. While it's nice to wait for the fun, but ensure that you are not partying in, or you're not a part of any freshers party that is not official, or that is not organized by the institute. So be mindful of no private parties, and do not aid, facilitate, or participate in any of them, because these are not MAHE regulated, MAHE controlled. What happens there is not something that we can, we can control or we can manage. Yes, but I am sure that there may be some events that your institute will organize. You can be a part of it, because in those events, your faculty will be there, the teams will be there, our security people will be there, and it is important that we follow these norms. My one more submission would be aware, be vigilant, and be in the right company. This is first time interaction with a lot of people. If you feel you are uncomfortable, if there are issues, please be the whistleblowers and let us know. It is in the good of all of us that we provide a great and a safe place and memorable, journey that we can all create together, but we can do it only together. Then comes, so we spoke about security, we spoke about food. At the same time, we should speak about the health requirements also. So at all our hostels, there is 24/7 nursing facility that is there. Ambulance is available on call. In the campus, main campus here, every day from 8:30 to 4:30, we have a doctor available. We have a tie-up with Manipal Hospital, Hebal, and where if a student is unwell and needs further treatment, the student can also be supported to these to this hospital, and support can be extended. There's also a medical insurance of up to 3 lakhs that is provided to all the students. This is for inpatient care. In case if any student needs admission, this facility is available. At the same time, if a student is unwell, it is important to inform your first point of contact, which is your warden at the hostel, that you are unwell and need attention. So they will be able to guide you and take you, provide you the necessary guidance. We also have the health coordinators who are there in the hostel blocks. They will ensure that you are supported, even if it means that you have to be taken to the hospital in the ambulance, they will accompany you. So there is no requirement of friends accompanying and, things like that. You will be accompanied by our staff members that are there. So health, when it comes to health, help is available. Please be aware of that. We will also have a pharmacy coming up shortly in the campus. At least your basic medicines, your OTC, over-the-counter medicines, you can pick up from there. And I hope as parents, when you have packed your items for your ward, you have packed at least some basic medicines for them for cold, cough, fever, headache, and the various, maybe a Vicks or whatever may be required. So please ensure that some basic medicines are available with them. In addition to them, if they're on any prescription medication, please ensure that that is also available with them. And, till they're in a position to order on their own and get it here at the campus, please support them before you leave the campus. So this is the help that is available as far as physical health is concerned. When we speak about physical health, it is my duty to, at this point in time, also speak to you about mental health and well-being. I'm sure at this point in time, there may be a lot of queries, a lot of question marks, a lot of anxiousness that may be there. For that, we also have counselors at the campus. We have a good team of counselors who've been with us for quite a period of time, and they know how to handle the student challenges, stressors that they may go through. One can reach out to them. They are available in the campus. Currently, they are seated in the MIT block itself on the ground floor behind the reception area. But shortly, they will be moving to a student support center, which has come up only to cater to the mental health and well-being of our students. So Lakshmi, Shailaja, Navya, these are the counselors who've been here for a longer period of time, the student counselors. So also we have Aditya and Sanmita who are there. These counselors are available through the day, as per the schedule or the calendar of availability for all the employees. We also have a tie-up with Your Dost. Your Dost is a mental health platform. And this platform is 24/7. In case any student needs, support at any odd hour, any time of the day or night, and they want to speak to someone, they want some guidance, they want some help, then we have a tie-up with Your Dost. We would need to ensure that your data is provided to Your Dost, so that when you log in, it's a free service for the students. So focus on mental health and well-being is also a part of our commitment to the students, but it has to be done jointly. Now we can show you the facilities. We can say these facilities are available, but it is equally important that student actively gets, participates in ensuring his or her own well-being, takes up the sessions as required, medication as required. Otherwise, things may not, move positively, and we may feel that things are not working. So it's important that we do that. Now, let's look at some of the other facilities that are there. I think today when we go to any place, whether we are on a holiday or we are going to any place where we have to stay a little longer, I think the first thing we search for is is it a Wi-Fi? What's the Wi-Fi password? Can I get that? So I think that's how life has moved, and as far as student life is concerned, a lot of it would be the requirement for Wi-Fi for accessing their academic requirements, sessions, and do their assignments, and so on and so forth. So there's a Wi-Fi facility that's available to all the students, whether they are in the academic blocks or hostel blocks. Registration for the hostel students is already in progress. For the academic blocks also, it may have started or it will be completed shortly. So the Wi-Fi is basically 3 devices. You will get Wi-Fi facility free for 3 devices at 30 Mbps. You can stream, study, and stay connected hassle-free. And it also has the coverage in the campus, and it's unlimited data, and there are no charges for this facility. IBUS is our partner for this, and that's a helpline number that's there. You can get it in your app also. You can download the number. The person who's behind all our technology support is Prashant. He is responsible for ensuring CCTV, Wi-Fi. We have a biometric based attendance, actually a facial recognition based attendance protocol that we follow in the hostels, mobile networks, tech solutions, and many more. He's our man Friday. He and his team helps us with addressing technology, and MAHE as an organization is committed to technology and going forward from there. Those who are in the hostels, there is a fee component that is there, which is the laundry fees, which you have already paid for, and it's a compulsory service. This was launched last year based on the feedback that we had from the earlier batches. First years doing everything for the first time at the same time, getting exposed to so many things was definitely difficult. So we started the laundry services last year. This is basically, the student can give the laundry. It is 6 kgs each time, and there are up to 30 cycles that the laundry can be given. They will wash, iron, and return your clothes back. There's a kiosk where it has to be handed over and collected from there. At the campus, we also have a campus mart for anything small, big that you want. You can pick it up for your daily requirements, maybe a toothbrush or a toothpaste, to a shampoo, to whatever, small things that you want to have, chocolates and things like that is available in the campus mart. As far as the notebooks are concerned, you'll get it here in the stationery mart within the campus. Notebooks, the entire stationery items can also be picked up from your, starting from your paint brushes and pencils and paints and whatever you would call in the stationery. If it is not available, if you speak to the gentleman, he will be able to tell you whether he can procure it or whether it is out of stock. Similarly, grooming is an important part of our, not just the academic life, but also as we progress in our careers. We do have a salon at the campus. This is a unisex salon. It can be used by both girls and boys. That's there at the campus. Now, to run such a big campus, we need a lot of partners with whom we work on a daily basis, and we ensure that the services are delivered. We have our hostel management done by Zolo Scholar, who's our partner, and you may have interacted with quite a few of them at the, at the registration desk and at the onboarding time. The Zolo Scholar and team reports into us, and they work very closely with us and are committed to ensuring that we provide you a good experience as far as the hostel facilities are concerned and your stay at the campus. Our food partners are Chef's Touch and Blue Dove, and laundry is Quick Smart Wash. Internet is IBUS, and transport is Bhagirathi. I'll come to transport a little later. All these facilities that I spoke to you about are, though we are the largest consumers of these services are managed by our Deputy Director, General Services, Mr. Basavaraj, and his team. The security is by Mr. Patrick, and Mohan is our man Friday for whether it is an electricity issue or water issue or any of those things. Vinod is from the admin team and takes care of transport, mess, and some of the services. Devi is our executive for specifically focusing on medical support that is required. Transport, I assume there are day scholars also here, so there are transport and route buses that are available. You can use those services. There are multiple routes that are there. In every part of Bangalore it is covered: South Bangalore, East Bangalore, Southeast Bangalore, West and North. They have also introduced recently new routes, which is Dodbalapur Road and Devanhalli Road, which is comparatively close by, but these facilities have also started. In addition to this, there is off-campus transport facility. This is basically the transport facility for students who have got admission in the off-campus hostels. That is HBO 3, which is Shanti Bachchan, and HBO 1, which is JM Complex. As I mentioned to you, the transport facility is available for the students at no extra cost. There are different, as per the schedule, so there are currently, if you look at it, there are 4 timings in the morning. We start at 8, 8:10, and we, multiple buses are there to ensure that we are able to get the students to the campus on time by 9 o'clock before the start of the class. And similarly, there are some students who may have a later class can come in at 10 or 12. And in terms of the return from Mahe, Bangalore to HBO1, the first bus is at 1:30, so if you don't have an afternoon session, you can go back to the hostel. If you wish to go back to the hostel or be at the campus, the choice is the student's choice, and the last bus from the campus to the off-campus hostel goes at 8:30 p.m. This is because the entry time or the curfew time at the campus is basically 9:30. So beyond 9:30, the students cannot go out of the hostel or the main gate or the hostel blocks wherever they are. Then on Saturdays and Sundays also, this facility is available as per the schedule. Those who are day scholars and, or even for the hostel students, if they want to go somewhere, there are shuttle buses that are there that go up to the main road, 2 sides of the main road. One is Bangalore Cross and the other one is Naginhalli. These are the timings for the buses. I'm sure you'll get to know once you're in the campus, but this is more for the parents to know that some services are available in case the students need these facilities. Going on to the Zolo Scholar app, basically all the hostel students need to download this app, and it is not just the hostel students, it is also the parent or the guardian who also have to download the app to approve leaves in the system. This is important. This will also help the parents to be aware of the movements and also the history of the student in terms of, especially with reference to hostel. So there's attendance tracking. So the student is expected to come and complete the attendance protocol at a particular time. I'll get back on that. And this gets captured in the Zolo app. We can get the report from here. Maintenance ticketing. So as Madhu was saying that, one of the hostel block is work in progress, but we are trying to address it as early as possible. And of course, in a hostel of this size, multiple blocks, there could be some issues that will be there. So there's a maintenance tracking system. So it's a ticketing system. Students can raise tickets in this app about the issues that they have with their room or any support that they want, including any medical support that is required. So these things are there in the app. Leave application, yes, the student has to apply, the parent has to approve, and for the first year students, the mentor also has to approve before the student is permitted to proceed on leave. As far as housekeeping is concerned, it is housekeeping on demand. The student is expected to book the slots based on his or her availability and ensure that the room is kept clean at all times. In case the students do not do this, then there will be a time where, we will be monitoring that the cleanliness has not happened, and then the warden will get the room clean. But this will happen sometimes in the absence of the students, so which we would not like to do it. So please ensure that the housekeeping services are booked and you keep the room clean. Yes, there will be a lot of events and competitions that will be, running through the app, and engaging activities for students to participate. Both these, the events and activities, you'll get updates here. You'll also get an update on the food menus that are there. Every month you can actually select your food vendor. Today you have selected at the registration desk, but going forward, this month and next month is going to be the same partner. Next month towards the end, maybe 25th, 26th, 27th, the window will be open for you to select the mess partner. If you are at Blue Dove and you want to move to Chef's Touch, or you're at Chef's Touch and you want to move to Blue Dove, can be done. However, students who are staying in the off-campus hostels, the services in those hostel campuses are only by our Chef's Touch, which has been our long-standing partner, and they will be delivering the services over there. Yeah, so providing services is there. Then there's feedback. You can give your feedback also. We will, at different points in time, nudge you for sharing feedback, and we collect the feedback. There's an NPS that is done, and we review the feedback, and we are always looking at improving the feedback of the services that will be provided. Going on to some of the other, things that you would already know as far as Mahe Bangalore is concerned. We have outdoor sports, many of these, sports areas that you would have seen, basketball, cricket, volleyball, tennis, 100-meter track, football. We strongly believe that, for the complete experience, academic, non-academic, sports plays an important part, and we encourage the students to participate in the sports activities. Just this week, we have started our marina facility, which is our sports arena, and here also we have in-house, facilities that are there, which is basketball, badminton, tennis, football, then a squash, sauna and steam, and sports gym is there. Recreation facilities are there where table tennis, snooker, and other fun items are, fun activities are there. This is a subscription service, so any student opting for this will be given access for marina. And on the website, you can check the link and you can, join for any of these services. As I mentioned to you, this is a service where, place where multiple institutes are there. And we should be mindful and aware of, the timings that are there, and try to adhere to the timings. Maybe I'll just indicate the timings, but if there is any change, the team from the physical education department and sports will update you. So while we speak about sports, let me tell you, Dr. Rajesh William is our director for physical education. Sayad is the assistant director, and Nitin is the admin executive who's managing marina services. So this is mainly about the facilities that I spoke to you about now. And I now move on to the next phase of my communication, which is about rules and regulations, which is again an extremely important aspect. Our chief guest spoke about discipline. Our director, MIT, spoke about adaptability. And I think our Pro-VC touched upon various aspects which are important for us, starting from academics. So to parents, I would like to say, when it comes to academics, there are certain things that you should track. Of course, there is SLCM and, all those things are there. You must track, understand how you can track that. You should also be very much in touch with the mentors of the students so that you know what's happening and how they are progressing. The other thing that I always say is that track the attendance of the student. 75% is minimum, but a student is expected to attend 100%. If a student is not attending, you should know why the student is not attending. So attendance is an important component. I do not like if students are there in the hostels and they do not attend classes, because you as parents are facilitating their stay in the hostels to ensure that they are not spending time in travel, they can be peaceful here, but it's also important that we monitor whether they are attending classes or not attending classes. So be mindful of that, ensure that, keep a track of the attendance. Also keep a track, that's a choice that I would leave it to the parents, but at the same time, it's important to look at their financial tracking also in terms of where the money is being spent. Okay, the various other do's and don'ts, this is more specific to hostels when it is hostel specific, otherwise it is from the code of conduct. We do have attendance system in the hostels. Every day the student is expected to mark his or her attendance using the facial recognition system, and that is why we are doing the registration at the time of enrollment or the registration process at the hostels. That is important. If the student misses out, then it gets tracked. There is a process in terms of it is not completed, then there is a there's advisories, there are letters, warning letters, and there is also a fine, because attendance is very, very important. You may feel that it is not, but it is very important because all of you are entrusting your children here at the hostels, and we will have 4,200 plus students next year. If I do not know who's there in the hostel, it is a huge problem. So, I expect cooperation from the parents and from the students to ensure that attendance is done, because this is my starting point to know that we are we are on track. So ensure hostel attendance is recorded. When you're not in the room, please keep the room locked. If you're unwell, inform the warden. They will coordinate the next set of support that is required for you. Sports facilities, I've already spoken. Housekeeping is on service please, utilize the services. Read and adhere to the hostel rules and regulations. So my dear friends, before you book your hostels, we've sent mails to all of you that with the link of rules and regulations and also the code of conduct. And we have also made a statement saying that if you are in agreement with these rules and regulations and code of conduct, then please proceed with the hostel booking. So when you have proceeded with the hostel booking, I assume, I take it that you are committed to adherence to the rules and regulations. So not knowing is not the answer. Some more do's, there are I think it's important to be aware of the timings that are there. So there are silent hours from 12:30 at night to 6 a.m. in the morning. This is basically the time where, each student is expected to be in their hostel room. No, students cannot be in their friend's room and, all those things, because I think you may be comfortable with having friends over, but your roommate may not be comfortable. So there is a commitment that we provide an environment where it is silent and people can rest, body needs rest. It's, we would like to chat through the night, but it will affect our next day morning. So these rules are important to be followed to ensure that. Students are expected to report to the campus by 9:30 p.m. every day. Now this is two things here. One is that if you're in the in-campus hostel, 9:30 is the gate entry. So coming at 9:35, traffic, rains, plan it better, plan it well. 9:30, we are expecting the students to be at the campus. So this is also something that we've heard from the, a lot of even the authorities that, when I'm speaking about saying authorities, it is also about the police department. They have been saying, why are you allowing students till 9:30? They can be inside by 8:30. But we understand that you have life outside the campus and you would want to spend time, go out, have, maybe eat something, or, just go out for a change, go for a walk. Though walk is easily possible in the campus. But yes, wherever you are, you're supposed to come back to the campus by 9:30 p.m. and beyond 9:30 p.m. To 6 a.m. is basically the curfew hours. And as parents, I would also request you that, when you're booking tickets for your son or daughter, don't book it odd hours where they have to travel alone. And if you are doing that, then please monitor and track the movement. And there are only 3 scenarios where we give an exception to this rule. That is, if the student is traveling from hometown, we understand that the tickets may be expensive at daytimes and maybe the late night travel may be better. But that's a call I would leave the parent to take. And in case they are taking that call to come at whatever time of the day or night, at night specifically, to be mindful about the movement of the child. The other one is if they are not well. If the student is unwell and is taken to the hospital, which our team will know. So at that point in time, along with our team, they can come in late. So we will be able to track that. And the third scenario is if there is an academic requirement. So if there is an academic requirement where they are representing the organization or the University Mahe Bangalore at another institution or college, accompanied by faculty, we would know that this is a list of students who are going out for activity 1, 2, 3. And we will be able to consider that because we know they are in safe hands. Other than that, students are expected to report to the hostel gate by 9:30, not later than 9:30, and inside the hostel block at 11 p.m. So once they are in the campus, they are in the safe zone area, they can enter that hostel block at 11 and not 11:02 or not 11:05, basically because the attendance has to start and everyone has to mark their attendance. So that's the drill for attendance in the in-campus hostel. One more thing that I would like to say is that there are a lot of students and parents who reach out to us saying that my child sleeps early. So 11 o'clock is too late to start the attendance. So we start at 10. However, if you are inside the hostel block at 10 o'clock and you're marking the attendance, you can't go out of the hostel block after that, nor can any other student who wants to go between 10 to 11 cannot go out of the hostel block. Once you're inside, attendance has started, there is no exit from the hostel block, people can only come in. So from 10 to 11:30 is the attendance time where students are expected to go to the specified identified places where you have to do your facial recognition based attendance. And at the end of the reports, then the Then the wardens check with the leave applications that are there, whether the student is there, not there. No leave application, no student, not able to reach out, student not able to reach out. Parents, we do not know the whereabouts. Then as per protocol, we are supposed to give to inform the police so that they can help us to trace the student. So we wouldn't want to get into that panic modes. As parents, please be also mindful that the leave approval process for the first years is student has to apply, a parent has to approve, and then the mentor has to approve. To expect the mentor to approve at odd hours is not fair. Also, we have to be mindful of the fact that weekends are there. People may not be immediately sitting next to their systems to keep on approving leaves. So, of course, emergency is a different environment, but planned leaves can be definitely planned better. Those who are in the off-campus hostel, there's no concept of entry to the gate. It is entry to the gate and entry to the hostel block is 9:30. And they're expected to be there in the hostel block at 9:30. Their attendance starts at 9:30 and will end at 10:30. So this is the arrangement for attendance in the off-campus hostels. Yes, regarding food parcels, we do not prefer that the students order from Swiggy, Zomato. However, I think all of us are used to a life with Swiggy, Zomato. One can order as long as he or she is able to collect the parcel on his or her own from the main gate, from gate number 3. Beyond that, nobody is going to collect the parcel. Your food will go waste. No movement of parcels beyond 10:45, 10:50. Otherwise, if it comes after that, it is not going to be delivered to your hostel block. However, as you know, if there's munching that needs to be done in the, in these hours, which is from, say 11 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning, there are our 2 mess partners who have a night menu, and they will serve as per the night menu, and the food can be ordered. Here, there is no restriction. Even if you're with partner A, you can order night menu requirements from partner B and vice versa. So this is the arrangement that is there. So these are some things which is important for parents to know in terms of what is permissible. And valuables and cash, do not give too much of cash with the students. Typically, they don't lock it is basically from experience that we are seeing. The rooms are not locked. The students just, go from the room without locking. The cupboards are not locked. So please do not carry valuables. And if you are carrying, keep it under lock and key. We expect the students to check the notice board and code of conduct, rules and regulations. All this should be seen at regular intervals. Notice board should be seen. We will also push a lot of communication through the Zolo app, which the student can, be aware of the notices. We will do audits of the rooms. I must mention here, when I come to don'ts, that a lot of things are not permitted. If any of your child is carrying those items, I request you to please ensure that you collect it back and take it back from you. Otherwise, it is going to be confiscated. Corporate, and then as far as, corporate during the audits, dress appropriately. We have got guests in the morning who spoke about what is the expectation that they have when student completes their academic commitments and comes to corporate. So obviously one of the most important aspect that we have in mind is that we are preparing students for a corporate life, for a corporate culture. It could even be entrepreneurship. It could also be, anything that you want to do. I think it is important to be, be aware of the dress code, the corporate dress code, and follow the same while in the campus, and also while representing Mahe Bangalore or MIT for any of the events outside. It's not just during the placement time, it is required at all times, because we need to build that culture, and that's where we will build a great organization. Yes, again, roommates. Most of the rooms that we have here, which you would have booked, are double sharing. First time you will be, meeting a stranger. You will be sharing the room. I think Prema ma'am also touched upon this. You will not have an idea who your roommate is. You're just getting to know the person. Habits may be different. Sleeping times may be different. Completely different lifestyle they may be following. And finally, you're also sharing a washroom. So hygiene habits washroom habits, washroom etiquettes are extremely important. This is the last conversation that I want to have in my office, that I have a problem with my roommate, flush nahi karti hai, or things like that. So, but these are actual ground level realities of the hostel. One has to be mindful after using the washroom, whether it is for whatever purpose, leave it in a manner that you would like to enter when you want to use it. So be mindful of that. And at home, it's a different environment. It's a hostel. We need to be mindful of these things. At home, you have a maid, mummy checks, ki theek hai, sab theek hai na? Everything is done after the maid, pura ghar saaf karwa lete. But here, you have housekeeping people, but you have to, they're not there 24/7 only at your door. Okay, you'll have to plan those activities, but there are personal hygiene, keeping the room clean, washroom etiquettes, all this you will have to start following to have a great experience at the campus. Maintain strict discipline around the campus, behave politely, respectfully, empathetically to everyone, not just the authority. It is also a lot of support staff who are around, who are helping you to have a great stay at the campus. Institution, in addition to the general, code that we have for dress code, the institution may have a separate dress code that they may expect. So please ensure that that is followed. Obey the instructions of the faculty members. Students are expected to carry identity card at all times. The security may stop you and ask you for the ID card. Please do not transfer the ID cards to friends coming from, wherever it is. Security is smart enough, and they will catch, and this goes as a huge disciplinary issue where, it's considered as proxy, it is considered as intentional mischief, and there are tough guidelines on this if a student is found indulging in this. Then keep themselves aware of the rules and regulations. I spoke about it. You are not permitted to keep pets in the hostel rooms. So, a lot of us are pet lovers, but yes, we do have some pets in our campus. We do have some dogs. We can love them. We can spend some time with them, and but then in the rooms we cannot. There are also students who buy snacks in bulk, and that's not allowed. Please buy what you need and not for the purpose of distribution and for the purpose of sale. It's not permitted. Birthday celebrations will be in the designated space in the near the warden office on the ground floor only. Cakes are not permitted to go inside. The cream on the cakes is all over in the rooms, whether it is the cot, mattress, bed, walls. So cakes will not be allowed inside the rooms. Have a great birthday time in the warden, in the presence of the warden in that space. You can call in your friends. That's not a problem. Call in your friends from the same block. You are not allowed to move between blocks. So call in your friends from the same block, and you can have birthday. And of course, till 11 o'clock you are outside. You can also do your celebration over there. But once you are in the block, you will have to maintain the decorum. Also be mindful that there may be some people who may have already gone off to sleep and making too much of noise on every day somebody's birthday is going to be there. So it is, we have to be conscious of that fact also. So that has to be followed, and that's specifically the reason that we said your silent hour starts at 12:30. That means you do your cake cutting at 12, and then 12:30 wind up and be in your room. No cooking is allowed in the rooms. Lighting lamps, candles, burning crackers, not allowed. Keep electrical appliances in your room is not permitted. No kettles, no iron box, no induction, no egg boilers. Anything and everything that you can count is not allowed. What is allowed is basically your laptop, your chargers, your mobile chargers. You can keep a table lamp because if you want to study late and the other child wants to sleep, there should not be a disturbance. Your table lamp is allowed. You can keep your personal items. That means an electric shaver a boy can keep. Electric shaver can be kept. Your hair dryer, hair straightener, those things can be kept. Beyond that, if you are carrying anything, please ensure that the parents collect it and go. Audits will happen. Our people will pick it up, and we do not want to have uncomfortable conversations around that, and it will be confiscated. Please ensure that if the student is already carrying that, collect it back and while you leave the campus. Yeah, I think this is our basic financial discipline. Credit card or any card numbers, do not share it with anyone. Be mindful of the social, and the cultural values that are there. It's not just about Karnataka, it's also about people from different places that they are coming. Be mindful of that. Damage to university property and assets, I think that's something that all of us know should not be done. I already spoke about keeping valuables, do not permit that. Permitting proxy, dummy roommates, allowing day scholars. You have a friend from, you have joined for hostel, but you have a friend who is not in the hostel. Get her inside, get him inside. No, day scholars or any other guest who are not the authorized hostel students will not be permitted inside the hostel. I think ours is it's important for us to save energy, save water. These are good practices that we can definitely follow. Then misuse of fire or lift alarms is not acceptable. Now, just for mischief, just for fun, you press a fire alarm, and the whole fire system, the team that gets alerted and they're running to find out where is the problem. I think that's very unfair, and tomorrow when we have a problem, we will not know where to begin. So please do not misuse these alerts that are there for your safety. Do not take your, basically the fire extinguishers that may be there. Do not play with them, do not misuse them, do not remove them from their, points that are there. Do not, waste those things. They are there for your safety, they are there for a purpose. And we expect students to get freedom with responsibility, and then we have a great time together. Otherwise, there will be, constant conversations that will be there, which can be avoided. Do not allow hostel block students from other hostel blocks to enter. You are a hostel student, other student is a hostel block, you are in another block, the other one is in another block. You cannot move between blocks. Changing of roommates without formal approval. So a lot of you, at this point you do not know, who's your roommate. After joining, you'll say, oh yeah, this was my school friend, this was somebody I know, my aunt knows, my cousin knows, can we be together? So firstly is, are they from the same institute? We would prefer that. Secondly is that all the people, all the parties concerned have to be in agreement. It's a mutual swap that is possible. So we will be rolling out that form, and then we can look at from that perspective. Without approval, they cannot, move, because attendance and everything is linked to your room number. I cannot write my exam with roll number XYZ and go and write in ABC. It's a fraud. So please do not do that. Allow non-residents and day scholars to stay in the room. Don't carry items that are not permitted. Indulge in socially unacceptable behavior. This is an academic institution. We call it as a temple of knowledge, and we are not here for moral policing. However, we would like to tell the students and the parents at this forum, saying that we would expect the students to behave responsibly, behave maturely, and in the campus premises, whether it is the hostel block or in the campus or anywhere in the campus, any behavior which is unacceptable will be taken up seriously. While there are 1,000+ CCTV cameras that are there, for the safety, the CCTV cameras can also capture things that we do not want to check. But if it is checked and brought to our notice, there is suspension, academic suspension, there is hostel suspension for a period of time, and there is fine. So we are not here, as I mentioned, for moral policing. You can be great friends, but follow certain decorum that's expected in an educational environment. No teasing, no ridicule, no, basically treat everyone with respect. Illegal drugs, smoking, alcohol, please don't indulge in any of these things. Cheating or plagiarism during your exams and projects not permitted. Use of mobile phones in the class, lab, library, there are protocols that have to be followed. Keep your, also I want to bring to you certain fire hazards that can be there, which has to be avoided, like keeping your laptop or charging on the mattress, which is a fire hazard, and many other fire hazards that can be there. Be mindful of that. Yes, we have zero tolerance as far as ragging is concerned. So ragging is prohibited, and it is a criminal offense under IPC and Karnataka Education Act. Any student indulging in this will be dealt with strictly. It will begin with suspension pending inquiry, and parents will be informed. There will be a committee that will be formed. The committee for anti-ragging is headed by our Pro-VC, and there are members from academic teams that are there, including I'm on the committee. Also, it is important for us to note that this is serious offense, and the student can also, the student who may be a victim of this can also give a police complaint, and we cannot stop the student from doing that. So fun is fine, but be within the limits and understand the boundaries. I think these are some of the first lessons that you will have to learn here to have your great experience at the campus. So similarly, if you look at zero tolerance for smoking, drugs, drinking, ragging, these are zero tolerance areas where, if you look at smoking, substance or alcohol, possession, consumption, any student found with this, there's a disciplinary action. We have a strong disciplinary committee that is there. Ours is a new campus. It is extremely important that we set our, it's tough for us, but it is important that we set our, foundation right so that we, produce great alum from this place, and tomorrow all of you are proud when you look back saying, wow, this was the place that, I was involved in this, but I'm so great that I got an opportunity to improve, and I came out of those things. Otherwise, you can get into a completely different path, and that's not the path that your parents are leaving you here for. So the path, start with why. Our why has to be completely clear. So that's important. So there are implications which are there. We also have a POSH committee, prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. This also, a student can complain. It can be student, it can be anything. There's a committee that is there that takes care of this. There are other important committees that are there, which is student grievance, internal complaints, ragging, anti-ragging, hostel disciplinary, and mess committee. We also, there's another team that takes care of the student initiatives, which is the Department of Student Affairs, led by Dr. Arjuna. He's the assistant director. We also have Saujanya in this team, who's a student experience consultant, and Ms. Naina. The reason I'm sharing this, because this is a team that works on student engagement. We believe that the extra and the co-curricular activities are extremely important in your overall well-being and support and growth. So they look at this. Now, what you see in this green is basically all the initiatives that this team takes care. The councils are a part of this team. This team takes care with reference to mental health and well-being. And all the things that you see in the black boxes are the engagement initiatives. They'll get guest speakers. They will, who come and speak about the personalities, the attitudes, and the things that are required. Preparing students for various activities, higher education, competitive exams, how to prepare and course them. There will be those Mahe Bangalore reads, knits. So there are a lot of paints. A lot of these initiatives will be there. Open jam sessions, movie screenings, social impact engagement initiatives. All this will be done by the DSA team that is there. Now, this is my team. I am sure if you are in the hostels, you must have seen these people already, along with a much larger team that is there. I'm Sarita, as I mentioned to you. My team member Sujaya is head of student services, and Sachin Pujari, I'm sure that you would have reached out to him in case you wanted hostel, and reached out to a lot of us in case you needed hostel. Sachin Pujari is the head of the hostels, and we have a large CSO team that is there to cater to your requirements. And while I spoke so much on the facilities, the rules, regulations, I also want to tell you that we have enough and more fun at the campus too. We have Falak is the event that annual cultural event that MIT has at the Mahe Bangalore campus. We have an event which is called as Rubaru. This is the cultural event of Mahe Bangalore, where people from all institutes participate. This is spread over days, and they can participate in various competitions. And there's also a cup to be won at the end of all the competitions that are there. So these are some pictures from there. Just to kind of show you, these are some emergency numbers, especially if your ward is in the hostel. If you need the parents' helpline number, it is here. If you want to take a screenshot of this, please take the screenshot of this. I'll pause for a minute here. Yeah, moving on. As I said, we do have a lot of fun too, just a small.
Open, I found
so much. We're looking for more. Let's do better.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for reassuring our students and parents of their stay at MIT. Gratitude is when memory is stored in the heart and not in the mind. As we come to the close of our MIT Arambh 2024, it's our bound duty to thank everyone who has given their time and effort towards the success of this program. Every celebration is an experience. The external fades away and the internal lingers and echoes deep within our hearts. To express our appreciation and gratitude, I request Dr. Ujjwal Verma, HOD of ECE, to render the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we come to the close of this BTech orientation program, I stand here with heart full of gratitude. On behalf of Manipal Academy of Higher Education and MIT Bangalore, a special note of thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Vinod, whose insight and experience have left an inedible mark on our young minds. I extend a sincere thanks to our Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Madhu, whose vision and guidance resonate with our academic pursuits. Special thanks to our Deputy Registrar, Dr. Raghavendra Prabhu. We are indebted for your administrative excellence that keeps our institutional wheel running smoothly. Thanks to our Director, Dr. Ivan Jose. We owe our strategic direction and innovative approach to education. We also acknowledge the tireless efforts of our Chief Student Officer, Mrs. Sarita, and his team, the DGS, the organizing committees, whose coordination and hard work made this event possible. Your strong collective effort have not only made this orientation a memorable experience, but have also laid a strong foundation for our students' academic journey. A special thanks to our Associate Director, Dr. Prema KV, heads of the department, faculty members, and non-teaching staff, whose dedication to excellence is the backbone of our institution. Lastly, special thanks to our security personnel who have been vigilant and dedicated, ensuring our safety throughout this event, the IT team who worked behind the scenes to ensure a seamless experience. Your effort have not got unnoticed. Finally, a special thanks to all the students and the parents. Thank you all for your contribution, which have made this orientation program not just a success, but a memorable start of your academic journey. As we close this orientation program, let us carry forward the spirit of inquiry and the zeal of knowledge that has been kindled here today. May the journey be filled with innovation, collaboration, and remarkable achievements. Once again, we thank everyone for their valuable contribution and for setting a strong foundation for our future leaders in technology. Together, we step into a new academic year with great anticipation and hope. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir, for your warmest acknowledgements. Gratitude is what we can show our appreciation to all your cooperation and presence and time. Today, with a deep satisfaction, we conclude that there is no alternative to hard work and dedication, as said by our founder, Dr. T.M.A. Pai. What is seemingly impossible can be made possible. Recognition will come sooner or later. As you set out to embark the incredible journey that you are destined to be, you will discover abundant support and explore and broaden your education across wide array of interest. The entire university is here to support and encourage you as you admit to study at MIT Bangalore. I speak for the entire faculty, staff, and student community on behalf of MIT Bangalore in saying that we are very happy that you have made a decision to join us today. If you're offered to take a seat in a rocket ship, just don't ask what seat is it, just take it. So by this quote, I wish all the students the best of luck for your future endeavors and hopes that you grab all the opportunities in your life, just like a seat in a rocket ship. We, MIT, promise to provide you all the best platforms to outshine and transfer yourself towards future-oriented world by providing a family-like atmosphere. Please pay your attention. There are very important announcements to be made. There's a slight change in the schedule. interaction session that is unfiltered rubaru with our Pro Vice Chancellor, Director of MIT, all the faculty members and assistant directors and head of all the departments will be conducted in this auditorium. There is no live streaming outside the auditorium, so we request all the parents, only parents, to please assemble here at 3 p.m. Meanwhile, students and parents can go and explore our campus and have some savories which is kept outside the auditorium, and the faculties of MIT will show you the way to the designated area. We request you all to please explore the campus and meet the advisors and talk to them about your interest and aspirations. I encourage you to go forward in the spirit of exploration and adventure. Thank you very much for joining us today. Before we leave, we have to pay our contribution to our national anthem. I request everyone to please stand up for paying attention to our national anthem.
जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind. Thank you all for joining us today. Please have your savories which are kept outside, and I request all the parents to please assemble here right at 2:45 p.m. The interaction session is going to start sharp at 3 p.m. in the same auditorium. Thank you all.